Now, before I allow the guys to continue, I have to know, have you subscribed to the ClevelandMoto and Moto Stories and more YouTube channels yet? There is enough amazing content available on both channels. You can go ahead and cancel your Netflix subscription. See, the guys care deeply about you, so please go do it now before it's too late and they release the infected cyborg snakes.
Oh, hey. Welcome to the Cleveland Moto Podcast.
Hey, everybody. We've got Cleveland Moto Podcast in episode number 559. Light them up, boys. Ah, that's so good. And tonight, to my immediate left, we have guest in the studio.
Greg Castile.
And to his left.
Silent Dan.
And to his left.
Steve Sleepy.
And to his left.
Johnny Mac and Cheese.
Coming around the corner.
Speedy Pete.
And in Chris Smith's slot.
Sean Noel.
And behind the bar.
Tom Pennington.
There we have it. That's a full podcast, folks. So much going on. Most of me have recovered from Mid-Ohio.
Except the voice.
Except my voice. My voice is stuck in the Barry White mode. That'll be for a few more days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm your father. Okay.
I think daddy is the phrase.
Daddy. We had a amazing time at AMA Vintage Days, Mid-Ohio. It's always a high point this year. Wow. This year, I think we did take it to 11.
Best weather ever.
Best weather on the planet.
Definitely.
I couldn't believe it. I kept waiting for something to happen. I'm like, there's going to be like a microburst. Like a meteor's going to fall out of the sky just in one section.
I wanted a little microburst, though, but it's fine. I'm okay with it.
you did.
Everyone's like, we need a little rain just to knock the dust down.
Yeah.
And I was like, shut your whore mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Because this would all turn into Camp
That's what the
Slurry
water
mud
truck was for.
instantly. Damn, Smith grew a hell of a stash. Yes, Smith did.
Surprise, surprise.
That's right.
He looks younger, too.
The water truck forgot about us for the first day or two.
Yeah, they did.
But when they came down and I was like praising God in front of them and being like, yes, thank you. Then like they started showing up.
They did. They came around. They appreciated our appreciation of them.
Yeah.
We, to bring you up to speed, I, again, bought nothing, sold 6 bikes, and that was great that we sold 6 bikes because on our way home, Marshall's there. Hey, Marshall.
Hey, Marshall.
Had a great
Speaking
time.
of people that bought bikes.
Yeah, exactly. And what was funny was I did not step 1 foot into the swap meet. I didn't go in the swap meet, not one time. I didn't walk through it one time. I didn't even...
I did, and thanks to Nick, I had a fat wad of cash in my pocket. There wasn't a damn thing for me to buy. Literally, I had money burning a hole in my pocket, and I couldn't give it away.
We're all getting older, aren't
Hey,
we?
we are.
I would say that I found a few things that I could have bought. Like, I could have bought another TL 125 for probably $350 that had the right motor and had a lot of stuff. But I'm already sitting on. I don't need another. I'm happy with what I got. I did see 2 different Super Hucks that were almost as nice, maybe as nice as mine.
Wow.
And one was $3,500, and then one was $2,500. I'm like, that's a really nice Super Huck for $2,500, just sitting there ready to go. And there was various things. I could have bought tires. I could have bought this. I did roll through there a couple times, just checking it out. And on my T-shirt adventure, I bought a T-shirt, of course.
Of course.
You meet the strangest people on a Honda.
Well, and you were with who? You were with your daughter.
Yeah, I took Piper through the swap meet a little bit. We cruised through there when she showed up on Friday for a while. That was cool.
Yeah, definitely cool.
And I don't want to undersell the woods because this is the first year that we spent time in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously planned on spending time in the woods because I built a bike for the woods. So
you did.
I'm like, I'm going in the woods. So the hare scramble, I mean, I went back through the hare scramble trails at least 5 or 6 times. I did that whole little loop just having fun.
I got sweet footage of us all riding. Like,
Oh, you
I'm
did?
going, and like each one of you guys keeps getting in front of me, and
Oh,
there's
really?
wheels sliding all over the place and shit. It was fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And because I haven't had any off-road chops for a long time, so being behind John, And then John's picking lines. And then on the second outing, John just got mean.
Well, you're cheating.
I have pressed the easy button.
Yes, you
I have a
did.
big red easy button.
That I couldn't believe. I've never ridden a dirt bike with EFI.
Right.
And I was like, well, hello.
Yeah, it's truly the easy button.
It's kind of like, it was like the 450 you sold me,
Yeah.
but way lighter.
If you were playing a video game and you got the secret code, that's what this motorcycle is.
Yeah.
It
It's-
really does nerf it right to fuck down for you.
And it seems like it's so understrung that it's one of those bikes that will last for fucking 4
Yeah, it's a
million years.
2024 Honda CRF 250F, and the F stands for family friendly. It is wildly there to help you.
It's perfect for 97.8% of anybody that gets on a dirt bike.
There were so many times in little hill climbs coming out of the rivers and creeks and stuff like that where I was looking up and going, well, that's just not going to happen. And then I'd see John take an aggressive run at it and be like, well, that fucker made it up. And his shit's from 19 giggity whatever.
73.
Right? I know. I'm like, well, if he made it up on that antique fucking Clydesdale
Clapped out.
with the wrong motor.
Carrying some extra freight, we might add.
Right. I was like, well, I'm just going to do it in two. I'll put it in two and have at it. And it just, there's only one time ever that I overcooked myself going up the one that we came down, the terrifying one we came down. I tried to go back up the other way, and I broke away from you guys, and I went at it, and I lost inertia 3/4 of the way up. And so when I lost inertia, grabbed a handful of front brake, and I stalled it. So I stalled it, and I was like, well, this is a bad spot to stall a bike. And no, it's not. There's a little red button. You press the red button, and the motor starts perfectly at any angle, and then you just let the clutch out and try again. And that's what I did. I let the clutch out, and I tried again. I put my weight a little forward on the tank and dropped a gear, dumped the clutch out, gave it plenty of berries, and it just hooked right up and scampered up the hill.
Moto Hop, he says.
Now,
Because I have-
here's where we have to draw the line. No matter how good Marshall feels like he did on the trials bike, no matter how great you feel like you did on your bike, and no matter how totally cromulent my bike was, Matt, on the other hand, has set a whole new fucking bar.
Well, look what he just said.
Yeah.
I have bruises from the woods, pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever. That's Matt at Moto Hop.
Yeah.
Well, here's the rules. Here's the new rule. There used to be a joke that said, there are some places you can't take a Jeep, and for that you need a rental car. Right? Now my new line is, you think you're a man on your dirty dirt bike? Do everything you just did, but in high heels and backwards like Ginger Rogers, which is what he was doing. He was doing that on a Rattler 200, a fucking scooter. And not only did he do it on the scooter, but everything I just talked about, like I wasn't sure I was going to make it up.
Oh, yeah.
I get perched up at the top, and then here'd come Matt, just, the king of stored momentum, I guess.
Well, here's the funny part. So I was riding my Buscadero, which is clutchless, right? It's a semi-automatic. And I was kind of freaking out about that because, I'm used to riding dirt with a clutch. And so I was like, man, this is really hard without a clutch. But I still had gears. Like, if it was bogging, I could slam it down and be in a lower gear. Matt just had more throttle.
It's CVT.
Yeah.
When in doubt, throttle out.
Right into other, exactly.
But then again, he's always in the right gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of a benefit. And those tires seem to be kind of grippy, too.
But they shouldn't be.
Right. But they kind of were.
They kind of were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
You think I was trying to be mean, but what I was actually trying to do was keep my momentum because my bike really wasn't geared down enough. So first gear was all the time, mostly. And so when I went up like that one thing that had the rocks, it was like, well, I've got speed. I'm picking a line and I'm going for whatever's
Right.
in front of me and holding it open because I'm not going to stop
Yeah.
and then try to go somewhere else. So I was just kind of like, keep going.
And there was a young kid on a very specialist dirt bike that had managed to not achieve greatness. And so he'd made it about half, 3/4 of the way up a very steep incline. And so John is like, oh, I'll help you. So John goes over, and this is a mud pit at the bottom of this
he
very
was
steep
like
hill climb.
stuck.
And he was just spinning his tire, throwing shit everywhere, but he was making no forward progress. So John goes over to give him a hand, And John's trying to push him.
I didn't want to get my feet muddy. I had my
man.
flip-flops on.
Were you in your fairy outfit or no?
He was
Not at
Not
that
yet.
point.
He was in his official Moose off-road rated flip-flops.
nice.
Well, and here's the thing about wearing like just sneakers and flip flops back there. The ruts got so deep that
Yeah.
you
Oh, yeah.
kind of needed motocross boots because there were a couple times when I thought my leg was going to fall off.
Yes.
Like it got pretty painful there
Well,
for a
on
minute.
that bike I have, my flip-flops are so worn out I couldn't stand up on the pegs because it was going through the bottom of my shoe.
And Sleepy, given how bad your knees are, I wouldn't be surprised if your leg did fall off.
It might have, yeah. No, it has been working less.
I had a sleepy leg by the end of the weekend. I could barely walk Saturday night.
John did the best to get that kid out of that hole. And I went up, because I'd already climbed it, so I was at the top waiting. And so John just I wouldn't say he took the bike away from the kid, but John just was kind of like, here, let me do this. And so John just gave it the beans.
And helped it myself.
And helped it himself with his body. So he's like military pressing this bike up the hill. And it got just to the point where I was holding on to Mother Earth. And I reached out, and hand of God touched the handlebars. And the second I grabbed the handlebars, I was like, this is coming up. And it's going to come up at one speed and one speed only. And that's everything I have.
I grabbed a handful of throttle and kind of just threw it up there.
He threw it up
and then
at
when
me.
I left off the throttle,
And
that 1 split second,
I felt like one of those guys that works adjacent to the hill climb who catches the bikes before they go back down
With the
again.
hook?
The catchers.
Yeah.
And I just reached out and I grabbed the Nerf bar on the front of the thing. I grabbed the handlebars. And I grabbed the handlebars and I'm snatching this thing up no matter what. And it worked out so perfectly. The kid was like, wow, you guys are good at this. And we're like, no, we're not good at this. We have one shot.
Sounds like the
I don't wanna
transfer
drop-
on the trapeze act.
It was.
After this, we walk away and leave your ass stuck back here in the woods.
That's it. John and I are going to go have cigarettes. Talk about how great we were.
Missy just checked in and she's like, yeah, check out Tom's shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's wearing the official Vintage Days Moto Hop
Walk
shirt.
closer to the camera, Tom. You're still like, well,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
see
Tom
it.
Tom is wearing
There
the
you go.
official Moto Hop shirt, which it turns out we're going to have to add something to that for next year, and that is somebody getting arrested.
Oh, God.
Because a lot of things happen in the FEMA camp. An arrest was not one thing I had on my bingo
Yeah.
card. But, yeah, that was weird.
I will say an extra thank you to Missy for giving me the yellow version of that shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Because it worked out very well when we were going around. It was an eye catcher, and a couple people were like, "Where is that from?"
Well, it matched
So-
it matched your shirt.
yeah,
Or your
yeah,
car.
Yep.
Your car,
So and
you were riding the yellow Helix.
I had the yellow Elite for a little
Elite.
bit.
Yeah.
So it brought a couple people back to us, which was really great.
Team Yellow.
Yeah.
I had a really good time. I mean, I think it was a great weekend. The weather was great. It was good to see everybody. We had the hugest party circle in the FEMA camp. At one point, it's just like 30 people sitting around in a circle
God.
shooting the shit.
They just kept showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yet we never ran out of food, thanks to Tom and Becky.
Well, and thanks to all the listeners
Right.
that supported
That brought
Yes.
in. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So
We appreciate
now
you.
that we have the kitchen on wheels.
it may not have been
The
filled
chuck
with
wagon.
air, but we had a hell of an Irish
Okay.
pub.
Stats for the weekend.
Yeah.
1, over 40 bottles of liquor and never ran out. Nobody ever got thirsty. 2, Tom made a call. Oh, we're out of beer. Everybody needs to go get beer. But Tom didn't look in the other 7 coolers.
Right. y'all hid the beer from me.
So the bonus beer run was completely superfluous.
No. Multiple bonus beer runs.
Everyone showed up, and people did. People heard the call, and they answered the call with much enthusiasm.
We'll be drinking that beer till next minute.
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
no. Save it for Mini Ohio.
Mini Ohio.
I got that coming up.
Patrick and Luke brought us a giant, the giant igloo coolers, the beverage coolers, the big ones they throw on top of sports teams. The thing you throw on a coach. They brought one of those and made a margarita using a drill,
And if they're
a
listening,
paddle wheel bit and a drill, and they just kept pouring handles of Cuervo in on top of the mix. And
the Mid Ohio margarita machine was amazing.
that sauce right there, that saved me on Saturday.
I was gonna
because-
say,
you figured out
Sunday you
tricks.
were drinking it.
I know, but you were figuring out
I figured out
tricks.
the trick, and the trick was on Saturday I desperately needed to take a little bit of a speed check. And so my Saturday move was I would take my cup and I would dip it in the top where the ice and the water is. So I would take and just dip, and then you get 90% water and ice and 10% margarita, which is like a spritzer. And so I would have that, and then I would just tune it up out of the tap to get the right flavor. And I drank about 11 of those.
Nice.
And kept my electrolytes up, kept my water up.
And that's what
Good
plants
glucose
crave.
levels.
I was feeling pretty fucking great all day
Gratuitous
Saturday.
ice washing.
And
I was feeling great.
We do still have the igloo cooler, so when they come knocking,
Yeah.
no, it's in the
You didn't lose the cooler. We have it. But
yeah,
when it
it's
was
still
time, when it was time for the Bourbon Ferry,
Yeah.
oh my,
I
oh
was-
my.
I was feeling a little soft. I wasn't totally feeling it.
Yeah,
I was a little. I felt a
yeah.
little bit off because we didn't have the sprayer, so that was like a thing.
I think it started off a tiny bit premature.
Well, I had to. I had to because I'm like, I got to get this. I got to do this now because there isn't going to
you're-
be a late night John.
Well,
Okay.
After 3 days living in the bush and sleeping for 2 hours here and there.
It kind of
and-
took me by surprise when I showed up and I see the Bourbon Ferry and I was like, huh. And he just seemed like he was wandering around aimlessly. He was kind of just like, woo.
And to be fair, this year was more the Fireball Ferry.
Well,
No, I don't know about that.
I tell you that's not the case because I had a handle of Jack, the full adult size gallon of Jack.
You mean a mixed blend of bourbons?
which was everything that was less than an eighth of a bottle.
Oh,
So everything that was less than an eighth of a bottle. So depending on where you were in the hunt, you got some, Willet, you got some really good bourbon in there. It's
a blended whiskey.
It was a really good. It was the Mid Ohio blended whiskey. Absolutely.
it was an amuse bouche.
It was an amuse-bouche. That's exactly right.
Exactly right.
And so I was carrying that heavy motherfucker around with me on the Bourbon Ferry crawl, and we had to refill our spray bottles numerous times.
Yeah.
We started by going to the Captain's Corner, which wasn't not yet in full swing, but we did find some young ladies with breasticles that were more than anxious to meet the Bourbon Ferry.
Yeah, the Captain's Corner dancers were
The Captain's Corner's
wiggle.
dancers insisted on having themselves signed by the Bourbon Ferry.
There's a picture of that floating around somewhere.
It happened about 7 times.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
It was not a one-time occurrence.
Yeah.
And then we went over to the step-up ramp, and we went to the step-up ramp, and we distributed quite a bit there. And what I discovered was in my persona as the gremlin that it was better for me to get ahead of John and tell people, be careful. Be careful.
Beware.
Beware the Bourbon Ferry's coming. Do not look directly into his eyes. He'll give you bourbon in your face. And I would do that the whole way around
That's great.
so that people would kind of know he was coming.
Yeah.
You were the hype man.
I was
Well,
definitely
they kind
the
of
hype
understand
man.
what's happening instead
Yeah.
of just a hose being shoved.
well,
take this.
well,
Say ah.
we managed to find you guys security shirts
Yes.
this year too.
And they worked
so-
great.
I'm
Luke and I
telling
had
you,
these. Yeah.
the ladies are the real take. They're like the troopers. They're like, a big ferry squirting bourbon? I love this. Can I
3
get a
to 1
selfie?
ratio.
Can I get a selfie? And the guy's like, I want nothing to do with a ferry.
It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it, right, Johnny?
I counted it. It was a 3 to 1 ratio.
That's the fairy wand blessed of more than
Yeah.
a handful of asses.
Yeah.
So I cannot find because you all thought the sprayer was down here. I still haven't found
It's
it.
in the garage. It's a shop.
So next
I found it.
Oh, so next year we're just getting these super soakers.
That's fine. I mean,
dual
we'll
wielding.
get the sprayer.
the
going.
sprayer is part of the game.
I knew the sprayer was down, and there just wasn't. I was like, I could go somewhere and buy a sprayer, but I'm like, I'm not leaving the premises.
Well, I thought the funny thing was when we finally made our way down to the barrel racing, and we did the tour of the barrel racing, which was running at full chat. The barrel racing was in its prime when we got there. It was ape shit. And so we lubricated all those people, and then we went the long way around the
the
fence.
line down the fence, it was like just
We went down the
everybody's lined up
fence.
at the fence. It's like bourbons, yeah, bourbons.
And we saw our friends. We saw Robbie. We saw Shannon from Cincinnati. The Speed Clams. They were all there. So we got to hang out with all them for a minute. And then we went into the death metal mosh pit. And that was epic. And I was just like, it's probably the worst idea in the world to have a stage set up in a 10 by 10 at the top of an impossible hill.
Yeah.
But it turns out when people fall down, they don't fall into you. They fall away from you.
Right.
Kind of smart.
I learned the second song that they played, the lyrics. It was a really, really good one. It's emotional at that one
Is
point.
that the one about living in your mom's basement while working at Hardee's?
That was it.
I remember that.
No,
song.
that band did a great job.
Yeah,
they
they were
had
good.
they had
They
the
were
crowd
tight.
wrapped around their finger.
I
And
like-
one of our guys bought a T-shirt.
Yeah, no, but I
So,
love how the
bands.
event is kind of morphing.
It is,
Like, you know, like how I love the captain's corner. I'm not taking anything away
Well,
from it.
I
But like,
love-
how many burnouts can you do, right?
I loved
So-
the angry comment. It's turned into Burning Man with motorcycles.
It's been that way
But
for a
it's
couple
been
years.
that way, isn't it?
That's not an angry comment. That's on the fucking
No,
flyer.
no, somebody made that
but
as a,
yeah.
yeah. I was
But
gonna say somebody made that as
There's
a comment.
not been a comment that's been angry that has been made by anybody that's younger
No.
than 50.
No.
Like
Yeah.
these are all the 60-year-olds that are like, I want my Mid Ohio back. It's
Just
like let
60.
it morph, man.
Dude, just
70,
go to
you know what
fucking,
I'm
just
saying?
go to
Yeah.
fucking
Fuck you.
barber.
You're not included. You're not mad. I'm saying like
Yeah, that's what's happened down in the rowdy corner of the campground. But
Yeah.
if you're over in Ewok Village or you're camped out on the other side of Overflow Camping, I mean, there's plenty of quiet places. If
It's
you
the
want.
100%.
best thing that you give people a fuck you zone, because then when there's a fuck you zone, then the rest of the whole place is amazing. Because people understand if you want to rip the tits off of it, you go to where we are.
But what I'm saying is I like that
Yeah.
it's evolving with different
Yeah.
events now. Now
Me
you
too.
have the metal band. You
Right.
have the drag or whatever they were
Yeah.
doing over
The
there.
metal
You
band's
have-
been there for 10 years, though.
No,
I think.
Rippers,
but-
yeah, absolutely.
No, but
Rippers
it's-
Row has been fired up for at least
But
5
what
years.
I'm saying
yeah.
is it's always been there.
Right.
But it seems like it's gotten way more attention now. So
Yes.
it's like the thing, which is good because
It's fantastic.
that way it makes the event kind of fresh.
Over 70,000 people this year.
Yeah, yeah.
And you would know it if you tried to park. You would know it if you tried. I ran up the hill to distribute, passes and things to people and get people squared away. And there were several times when I said, look, I'm going to fade left, go down the hill towards the campsite. You were on your fucking own.
Good luck.
My wife and daughter came
Yeah.
on Saturday for a little bit, but they had to leave at 10 o'clock.
I have to
10:30.
apologize. I didn't even get to say hi to her at all. I mean,
That's all right.
there were times when I was going to, and then I was doing something, and I
No,
never
we were
got to
having
say
fun.
hi to
It
her.
was all good. But anyway, so when she was leaving, she was like, "You have to help me get out of here." And I'm like, "Yeah." So I had my helmet with the comm.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, "Call me on the comm, and I'll put my helmet on, and then I can take." So we took her, and she was like, "Jesus fucking Christ!" Because this is like, because it was like 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
It was peak fucking insanity.
Oh,
we
yeah.
had to drive. They closed all the other gates, so you had to drive past the barrel racing.
Right.
She was like. Every time she's like, "Is that guy gonna hit me? Is that guy gonna hit me?" I'm like, "Well, I'm in front of you, so
Right.
you'll
Yeah.
know."
You'll know because they'll hit me first.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
What you were talking about, a free zone?
Mm.
Remember when they shut the barrel races down? I think it was like 2 years ago, and like midday, they're just like, nope, and they stood there. Well, what happened? Everyone went over in the parking lot, lined
Yeah.
up 12 wide, and raced up the parking lot hill. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you're not
I
stopping.
did it.
There was
Yeah.
guys that were flagging with the light, like just
Well,
12 wide.
Well, on Thursday,
We were doing 10th of mile drags.
yeah.
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 on Thursday, there were signs in the barrel racing that said "Keep out." By Friday or
Right.
Saturday,
Yeah, it was a
the
joke.
water truck was going down and watering the
right.
track.
Well, they got smart. I will say they got smart this year. After the hare scramble ended,
Yeah.
they opened up the middle ground of the hare scramble. I was trying to find you guys. You were all up in the woods, and I was on a Black Cat, and they had open. I was like, all right, cool, I'll go in this, and it was a full dirt course.
I almost did a
Banked
lap. of
edges,
it.
everything else. It was fucking amazing. And then the next morning, my leg didn't work.
There was a lot of that going
It
around.
was amazing.
Whoever's picking the barrel racing spot, we got to talk, okay? Because the first straight, I mean, I feel like most people enter from the gravel road side, so that would make your first straight. So your first straight, that is on a type of surface that I can only describe as rocks that used to lay under grass, but they don't lay under grass anymore. They're these table rocks, and that shit is very hard to hook up on. And then the rest of it, you go down into that nice berm shot for turn one, and you get that crazy fun berm shot on turn one, and then the whole back straight is very good. Like, that's great. There's 4 different lines through that, and then you make it back through the last turn, and then you're right back onto this horrible shit. And if you bail on the horrible shit and decide to go wide, there is a fucking 4-foot trench.
That's what I'm about to say. Like it's well, not only that, but like the berm now.
Yeah.
The berm is 3 feet deep.
Yeah, the berm's amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I like the whole. I like the berm shot on that thing. It's
Yeah.
great, but it is just when you're coming back to lap one. If you don't have yourself set up pretty straight, pretty where you want to, there's nothing to grab onto with knobbies.
Yeah.
You're just on rock, and you're just skipping on that
But
shit.
meanwhile, like every time I'm like, I'm getting to be a pretty good rider. Some kid will be like, the dude did a lap on his back wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Through that.
yeah, through that.
And I'm like, how the fuck
It's amazing.
do you do that?
It's great.
like in the middle of he wasn't going slow.
Yep.
He was like at the speed of barrel racing on his rear wheel, and then did the turn. And
I did the barrel racing on several different bikes, a lot of different bikes, and every time I went there, it was a totally new experience.
That kid on the TTR 80 was lapping you, wasn't he?
When we were watching the
lapped by a lot
step-up
of
ramp
people.
there for a while, I think the average age was about 12.
Oh, at the step
I'm
up
like,
ramp?
when you're hitting a 4-foot jump and going
Yeah.
12 feet in the air,
Yeah.
there was nobody like me doing
Oh,
that.
but it was funny. As soon as they added the inflatable love doll, so like the fire was one thing. The fire was great. Nobody was having too much trouble with the fire. But when the love doll came out, then it became we are mission focused. And how the hell anybody can hit that ramp, grab the love doll, and still tabletop it, and come down on planet Earth, and not die? We had a couple of guys kind of barrel race it like on the front wheel a little bit. A couple of guys did the wobbly bobbly on the front wheel, but they didn't die.
I saw a couple young kids eat shit. They just
Yeah.
bounced back.
They just
up.
bounced back up.
Oh
Well,
my
if you're
God.
under 18, you
Yeah.
kind of bounce back. At about
Yeah, your whole
24
body's
is when your
made
body
of
starts going. Okay,
There
you
was
should
one
do that.
kid who weighed like 90 pounds. I mean, he was a
That was
little
just Carter.
kid on like what?
Yeah.
And he was just like lapping that ramp.
Oh,
Like,
Carter's
bring-
turned into a machine too. Carter has turned into a whole different evolution. Yeah.
At one point, well, I won't say that on the air.
You know who else is a fucking machine? Is Anson's daughter,
Ivy.
Ivy.
Did 9,000 Nada ramps.
And like she was on a Black Cat.
Oh, she asked if she could borrow the Black Cat. I thought the answer was going to be like, yes, do you need to go to the bathroom or something? And that's great.
Yeah.
No.
Now, she was doing 12 o'clock, like wheelies and shit. Like
She
down
was
the infield.
owning that Black Cat.
Launching it over fire.
What I think
off
is
Nada
funny is
ramp.
she, at some point after her 200th jump, she came back and she goes, I love this bike. It's great. It's awesome. I was like, 5 people at this camp couldn't keep it running.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, I wish it was better. I'm going to have her. And I was like, it just wants to grab the scruff of its neck and just
that
crack
was-
the shit out of it.
That was 3?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
that
Was she
was
on
three.
3?
She was on 3.
Yeah, you got to choke it to literally stick your finger down the throat to start it.
Okay.
or
Okay,
just give
let's
it
go.
wide open.
Or just give
throttle
it
like she
wide
did.
open throttle like she did.
Yeah.
I never saw her leave on that Black Cat where she wasn't spitting gravel everywhere.
And then she was so awesome. So like when we had the Zorb balls, I was
Yeah.
like, "Do you want to try them?" Yep. Do you want to get inside of it and crowd surf? Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, she was the
Yep.
one, huh?
Yeah, she was the
Oh, I
one
got a
crowd
whole
surfing
video
on the
coming
Zorb
with
ball.
She was a
Dude.
trooper, man.
We
She
said it
was
was
fucking awesome.
It was crowd surfing without sexual assault.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the safest shenanigan we've
Yeah.
ever done because she was encased in an airbag.
Well, when we lifted her up the first
Into the
time.
burn pit.
The first time we lifted her up, it
Yeah.
was like the crowd wasn't that dense. So there was a part where like, she fell, but she was in a inflatable.
Yeah.
Like she hit the ground and was like, I'm cool, you know?
And then it
What
bounced,
did
but then
you-
it went back
what
up.
did you-
and then it was
yeah.
Marvel.
What did you do over summer vacation, Ivy?
Right.
Well, let me tell you.
So this one time at Mid Ohio,
After doing 2 shots of Fireball. I'm sorry.
she did great.
I
She
told her
really
how
did.
proud I was of her. I'm like, do you understand how important
Yeah.
it is for us to carry on shenanigans?
Yeah.
And you have just done that for us?
Yep.
I'm like, you have done something that has never been
If-
done before at Mid Ohio ever in 25 years.
We have to convince Anson to bring them both because
Yeah.
I cannot remember.
Yeah,
his
there's
son's
I
name.
can't remember his son's name at
to
the moment.
Bandcamp
Yeah.
because that's where I met Anson in the first place.
Right.
Is at Bandcamp.
At Bandcamp. Yeah.
And there's
absolutely.
no reason for them not to be there.
Everyone did such a great job. I mean, the Mid Ohio crew, everybody, I think that I'm very proud of our whole crew. I think we did a great job, really looked after each other, made sure everybody had everything they needed. You didn't want for anything. If you showed up at our FEMA camp, we had people like, hey man, do you know where I can find a Sawzall? Yeah. I brought my
got
entire Ryobi kit. Like, oh, I need this thing or that thing. Yeah, we got you. We
I need
got everything you need.
A bail bondsman, man.
A notary.
We didn't have any of those.
Somebody
Yeah.
needed one.
Mike
The good
Stewart,
news was the bail wasn't too high.
yeah.
Mike Stewart and I went and grabbed a couple trees and chopped them up with my electric
nice.
chainsaw.
Yeah,
Nice.
I brought pallets out the first night. I went and did pallet rescue on the Black Cat. So I went into behind the race service garage, and I was like, "Those are the good pallets." And the guy's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "But those are the shit pallets." And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "So I can take as many of the shit pallets I want?" He goes, "Oh, you can take as many of the shit pallets as you want." And he goes, "Just don't burn them." And I went,
Okay.
"No, I'm just going to level my trailer out."
Wink, wink. Okay.
And I ripped them apart with my
Nudge,
gloves
nudge.
on, peeled them apart, and then loaded the Black Cat every way you could load a Black Cat with wood. And I was 4 feet wide on a Black Cat. The problem is you just have the one headlight in the middle, so people just think you're one bike coming down the trail. They don't know that you're 4 feet wide. And so I was like, guys, you got to make a little bit more space. wide load coming
Wide
through.
load.
Yeah, and it was just nothing but angry plate. You know, it was just nails and shit sticking everywhere. So I was like, I can't put my feet down
Right.
at all.
I'm
So-
riding through the campground with
Dragging a
12,
tree.
12 feet of tree.
Yeah,
behind
you were
me.
dragging a tree. I think it all went really well. I think we had the right level of shit. We had the right gear. I think it went well. And Wendy, so, you know, Wendy and Liza and Rose, you know, they're all riding. They're all wrapping up this insane 16,000-mile journey, spelling WRWR 2026 on the United States of America with their bikes.
That's what I was thinking. We had a tent
Yeah.
with like multiple record.
world record
Yes.
holders in our tent.
Yeah, just hanging out, you
It
know.
was kind of amazing.
It was cool.
It was really cool. And I set up the Jan Kromke Memorial Hilton. So I set that up for him. I put 3 nice cots in it. I swept it all out. I laid down carpeting for him. So they had carpeting. I hung a roll of toilet paper on the wall, so everybody had provisions.
Nice.
And I put boxes so they could put their riding gear and stuff in it, and got all the windows going, got all the, got ventilation and the screens going. And Wendy was like, Phil, I got to tell you, that place is perfect. Like, that's a really nice place to sleep after you've been on the road for, 27 days or whatever.
Yeah.
For
sure.
So they were great.
I tell you what, being able to go in the U-Haul and
Yeah.
close the door and get darkness and
Yeah.
maybe some silence
Oh yeah.
was probably
Yeah.
a big bonus.
My U-Haul camping experience, I strongly recommend it. For the money a U-Haul costs, it takes everything you have to the event, and then once everything is out of the U-Haul, you get a 4-bedroom apartment,
Including the kitchen on wheels.
including the kitchen on wheels. Exactly. Yeah, but I love the U-Haul sleeping business. It's very quiet in there. It is deadly dark, and it took the sheriff 3 people before he got me woken up.
Right.
5 o'clock in the morning because I'm an early riser.
Yep.
I get up. I'm like, well, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be rolling around keeping Bruce up because I was camping out with him. I drag myself. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go outside and poke around. I'm going to go see if I can stoke up the fire.
Yeah, get the fire going again.
Some people like to have a little bit of fire in the
Yep.
morning and everything. And there's the sheriff's deputy sitting out there on his quad runner.
Yeah.
Just daylight. Like, good morning. And then he's like, I'm looking for Eric. I'm like, Eric who? I don't know anybody.
Yeah, right. They're like, yeah, well, you don't know that guy.
And
Yeah.
then he's like, so I go about fucking trying to get the fire started. He jumps
Right.
off his quad eventually with his clipboard. I'm like, and I remarked audibly,
Yeah.
uh-oh, clipboard's out.
Clipboard's out.
There means there's something.
a ticket to be had.
There's business happening
Yeah.
here. So he went and walked over to Tom's trailer, and I'm like, he's boom, boom, boom.
I have never had to have the knock of
The cop knock.
authority,
The cop knock.
but I understood
Yeah.
it was the knock of authority,
Yeah.
and I woke up and I went, "Okay, what do you need?"
And I'm like, there's no Eric in there. I know
Right.
that.
we know who's in there.
Well, he was asking like, who owns this spot and where are they staying? I'm like, well, it's
And-
from there to there.
Yeah, there's about 9 of us.
Right, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
and Rose,
I don't know who you're-
Rose was the one that woke up first and was just like, "He's
Go-
in the U-Haul."
Go talk to Phil in the U-Haul. And then, so when I said
Rose came-
there's no Eric in there, he's like, I'm looking for Phil now. I'm like, oh.
Tom was hoping it was.
Yeah, he knew he wasn't going to find Eric, so he decided he'd start looking
So
for
he rolled
Phil.
up on the U-Haul. Boom, boom, boom. Morrow
Yeah.
County Sheriff.
Oh, that guy. That guy. So I was like, because he'd threatened to throw me in jail the night before for obstruction, of all things. It's great when the victim...
Because you're talking to him.
Because the victim goes to jail and the witness gets arrested for obstruction.
Right.
What backwards, upside down place is Morrow County?
And Marshall
Yeah.
chimes in and says, "Yeah, that fucker was like right next to my head when he was
Yeah.
talking."
Yeah.
They were just
it
looking to
wasn't
make an
great.
example.
And so we basically square him away at, 05:30 or whatever the fuck it is. So we square him away. He delivers his little summons, whatever. And then he comes back. And
so I question, why did he have to be there at 5 a.m.?
No.
End of
He
shift.
he went to hide. He went to hide and figure out how he was going to write this up. So he went to write the world's most obfuscated report that probably has not even a tangential relationship to what really happened. Because I'm not joking. The victim got arrested. The assailant stayed the night and got a ticket. And the witness got threatened to be taken for obstruction. And I've done law enforcement for a little while. That's not generally the way it works.
We might have to spill the beans on this one.
We're not going to spill beans. We're just going to say what happened. That's
We
what
protect the
happened.
names.
Yeah, exactly. I've told you enough. You can fucking
Hey, Sleepy,
fill
you got-
out the numbers yourself.
You got that dunt sound from the Law and Order?
Yeah.
Dun dun.
But here's in my opinion, this is the worst thing because after this whole thing is happening at 5:20 in the morning, what have you, he comes over and he's like, "So is that your CRF? Is that your dirt bike?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Who's asking?" And he goes, "Because I have a plate on the back of it because Mid-Ohio used to have a rule that said you couldn't ride on the main drag up and down the middle of the Mid-Ohio unless you had a plate on the back." So they tried this for years. So all the little bullshit bikes had to stay in the swap meet or had to stay in the campsite. They didn't want them going up and down the hill. So they said if you're going up and down the 2-lane major road, you have to have a plate on the back. So they tried that for ages. So I said, fuck it, I'm not going to get weird. I'm going to stick an old dealer plate on the back of this cocksucker. So I did. So when he starts pointing out, like, who owns that? I'm like, oh, what? It's 5:20 in the morning and you want to take me for an expired fucking plate, pal? You know, like, I didn't say that, but I thought it. And he's like, so is that bike big enough to carry me? And then I was like, no, this guy actually wanted to talk to me about potentially buying a bike that was in my booth. The problem is, I understand he's on his 9th hour of duty, but I'm on my 2nd hour of sleep
Right.
because of the shenanigans he pulled earlier that kept everybody up way too long. So he's the reason I didn't get any sleep, and he's the reason I had to wake up at 5:30. Somebody else is the reason a bomb went off at 6:12 a.m. or not.
622.
6:22 a.m.
It was definitely a bomb.
It was a great.
It was loud.
No, it
was
was
a
not.
cannon.
It was a cannon.
loud.
It's a
Well,
cannon.
There's
Okay.
a guy who lights off a cannon.
There's an
didn't
asshole that fires off a cannon.
That's a hell of a cannon.
But there was also a guy that apparently shot off a bomb underneath a steel trash can.
Oh, I heard about
and
that.
cut a kid's
I
fucking
heard
leg
about
because,
that.
goddamn,
Wait, did somebody get hurt?
somebody got hurt.
Yeah, so it turns out, important safety tip from your Uncle Phil. If you put explosives under a trash can, that's an improvised explosive device, and that's called shrapnel.
Yeah.
It's just a really big pipe bomb.
Yes.
So somebody got hurt?
Somebody apparently, like they did a
A trash can bomb.
fireworks mortar
Right.
under one of those metal
Under a
trash
trash
cans.
can. That's
and
not
it apparently did not go well.
No.
And a younger teenager got cut
Oh, man.
from the shrapnel.
Here's the thing. People, we all love
Read the
fireworks.
label.
John loves fireworks. Everybody loves fireworks.
Read the fucking
But I
label.
don't know if you need to bring the 13-inch shells to fucking
Maybe not.
Ohio when, maybe it doesn't go all the way up and lands on your neighbor's tent or something.
Infield,
Yeah.
pop-up camper burned to the goddamn ground with a person inside of it many years ago.
Well,
Not
there
that
was-
many years ago. It was the year we were there was 0.
How about the AMA Superbike days when the Star Fox fucking
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
whole RV burned down
Yep.
because of fireworks?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Some sort of a hot Roman candle or a firework landed on top of this
Yeah.
pop-up camper and burned the people down inside of the pop-up camper.
Oh,
Christ.
like they're not.
Yeah,
here
they're not
anymore?
here anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Jesus.
didn't say it was occupied.
Yeah,
Fuck,
they
dude.
don't get to talk about the experience.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Mid-Ohio fatalities are not great. But like that's the thing. And I can understand if they wanted to come down real hard on fireworks after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be totally reasonable.
Man, some of those weren't even fireworks. They were like, state sponsored
Yeah, they-
fireworks or whatever you want to call them. Yeah.
Well, there's no shortage of budget at Mid-Ohio.
Yeah.
Right? You see what people show up with. You're like, well, I just brought the Wander Lodge Camper 1000, 19-person Winnebago motor home thing. And you're like, Jesus Christ, man, how do you roll?
You know what was awesome though this year? I think the consensus was fuck side by sides.
Yeah, I
And
think
so
you're right.
People were like crowding as soon as a side by side would come down the aisle.
Yeah.
People would crowd the aisle and make it so they couldn't get through. I saw that happen several times.
We
and I
saw
was so
a
happy.
couple of them try to back down in front of our spot.
Yeah.
And they were like, can you guys move those bikes and everything else? And we were like, no.
Yeah, go fuck your hat.
I literally, I told the one guy, I was like, you literally drove down something you can't back out of.
Right.
How fucking silly do you feel right now?
Right.
And I'm like, pick it up, take your whole crew, get out of there, pick the thing up, turn it around, and then Dee Mao.
How much do those things weigh?
I don't care.
I know you don't, but
Right.
I'm saying, like,
Again, not my problem.
More than my Honda Civic.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand it's a motorcycle event, not a off-road event,
Yeah.
which is different. Where you could bring a side-by-side.
They will
but it's
always,
not that.
They'll
you know
always
what we
be
should do?
conflicted because they rent golf carts and they like the income of renting golf carts.
I kept
so the
wondering-
side-by-side golf cart format, you have to find a correct way to write the rule.
sure, make
that
it
says,
2 inches wider than a normal golf cart.
Right.
Anything else beside that, fuck you.
Well, who's going to be sitting out there with the tape measure?
Easy.
You know?
When they come in the door, if you have a side by side, you have a stick.
That guy that gets sleepy shit every year.
yeah.
You make a 2x4
2x4,
point that
yeah.
gets through into the swap meet
Yeah.
or into the campsite.
Yeah.
And you're like, if you don't fit through this hole,
Fuck you.
It's like flying Frontier.
Or how about this? We got to find us. This is another thought I had. We should start promoting this. Find a side by side thing, like their biggest fucking huge gathering where they all go and camp.
Oh.
and then we flood 9,000 dirt bikes,
Mini
and
bikes.
just fucking ride all over the place the whole fucking weekend.
Co-branded as a Coleman Weekender.
Yeah,
Right.
and just take over their fucking side by side.
Coleman Chaos.
Oh yeah.
At their side-by-side event.
Oh, it's
They'll
gonna be
love it.
Glorious.
Yeah, they'll love
Well,
it.
the side by
They won't
sides
hate it.
they've ruined Wellsville.
Yeah.
Like, you remember Wellsville used to be just dirt bikes and whatever. And
Yeah.
now it's like you go there and we went there I forget what it was last year. We're riding through at the top and there's like a train of 8 side by sides just blasting music, and the guys just sitting there drinking beer. The wife's just sitting there on their phone texting. It's like there's ruts. It literally looks like the surface of the moon.
Well, not only
It's
that,
so
but these
rutted
dudes,
out. You
these
can't
dudes
ride
are
there.
taking $60,000 side by sides there and launching them. Just,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
the
yeah.
first day they get it, they go and try to do a hill climb, launch 30
Yep.
feet over the thing, and then roll down the hill.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So-
I want to watch all that.
Fiona Biddle got run over by one. She got knocked down, and she was, pretty chuffed about
What?
it. I guess they knocked her down or whatever. She came back. She's like, that guy just that side by side. And I'm like, you want me to go after him? He's like, no, just stay here, And I guess they knocked her over, and she was like, what the fuck? And so then she started fucking cursing at him, and the guy was like, how does that feel, or something like, just was like, fuck, good luck,
No ownership of the situation.
Well, then they came back around her, saw him again, and she started yelling at him again, and they're
Right.
like, how do you like that, or whatever, and they just like, I'm like, oh,
Was that Mid Ohio?
yeah.
Oh,
Dude, there's not one. I'm
They
not,
went down our row, and I was like, all right, am I getting into a fight with 7 guys on this side by
Yeah,
side
well,
right now, or what are we doing? And she was kind of like, nah.
yeah, I have to empty out the FEMA camp.
Every single person that's in a side by side
Yeah.
at Mid Ohio, I haven't seen a cool. Like they're all like seriously, like they're all fucking douche nozzles. Like
I
they're
haven't
playing,
seen anybody having a good time
they're
yet.
playing whatever the fucking
Yeah.
like Jason Aldean fucking country is out of their
Nickelback.
fucking things on the side.
Bootlicker
Like,
country, baby.
I mean, there's rules. They're not even supposed to be there. But
Right. No.
if you could make rules, whatever. I like the rule that if it's not 25 years old,
Right.
like you can ride a quad.
Sure.
It's got to be 25.
Vintage.
It's got to be 25 years or older.
That's cool. No problem with that.
What?
Did anyone see the guy?
It's in the name.
Did anyone see the guy in the old vintage? Look like a 3-wheeled golf cart with like Art Deco, like
All those
real.
pontoons
Yeah.
on the back.
Yeah, did you see
There's
that?
pictures of it. They're
that thing was
amazing.
sweet.
It's wild. Yeah, it's bonkers.
That's cool. That's
It is
cool stuff.
That's cool, but that's cool stuff. But
Yeah.
that's part of the whole vintage days thing.
Great. That's the only thing I have to say is bring cool shit.
Right.
Mark Marshall was right though. Like I didn't put it up there, but he says that there was way less side by side
There was.
issues this year.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree with
I
that.
totally
agree.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe
They got the point.
they got the point.
Well,
No,
Yeah.
I never saw a side by side barrel
Right.
racing. Did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
either.
in the past there was.
Right.
And that
I did
was-
not go out there. Like at no point when I went out was there side by sides like playing in the barrel racing. They
Right.
seemed to.
I did see a big like go kart
Uh-huh.
with a dude hanging onto the back, like just hanging way off the back of this go kart.
You know what?
And ripping around.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right.
If
Big
you're gonna
go-kart.
bring it.
It was pretty
Don't just
epic,
cruise
though.
around because I can bring my fucking Honda Civic.
Yeah, if you've got some,
right.
if you've got some Yerf dog or something, and you just want to go out there and be silly, but it's just like there's that idea of it's like they just don't fit in the aisles.
Yeah.
No, but it
The
was
best years of the barrel racing, I mean, they actually were somewhat organized a little bit. And like somebody was actually got a checkered flag
Right.
of all things.
Yeah.
And then they were running like the women's, they had a women's heat where
Yeah.
like, all right,
Oh, yeah.
it was just a bunch of chicks out there ripping the shit
Yeah,
out
a
of
couple
them.
of
That was
three,
super
couple
cool.
of 3 years ago for sure when I was down there, and they were like, "Okay, everybody stop, everybody stop, everybody stop." And I was like, "Wow, somebody's got the balls to go out and try to stop barrel racing. Well done." But the guy was like, "Yeah, everybody stop, everybody stop." Okay, all the women line up, and I was like, that is cool.
Couple
And then
skate
they were like,
only, couple skate.
well, and they did. And then a little short while later, they were like, okay, everybody stop, everybody stop, everybody stop. Okay, anybody under the age of 8. And they did. And they had just throngs of small children going out there.
The problem was, and the reason
They were
that
fast.
they can't do that is
Yeah.
once you add a start and stop,
Oh,
it
yeah.
becomes a sanctioned event, and then they can be sued for it.
Oh, the fella who was doing the stopping in and the starting in, he wasn't sanctioned. He just
no.
was one of the dads.
But that's what I
Yeah.
heard them saying
Right.
when they shut it down the one time.
Yeah.
They're like, you cannot start and stop it. It becomes a race at that point. Like, this is just because, like, think about it. At that point,
Well,
it's
he did have a
just
checkered flag, so
it's
Right.
just traffic in a circle.
Exactly.
That is that is liability.
This way to the latrines,
Right.
this way to the bathrooms, and you're like, I don't know, I just can't
Yeah,
get there.
I keep hitting the left.
I
I
just
don't
can't
get it.
Big Ben, Parliament.
I've had to pee. I've had to pee for 2 hours. Look, kids, Big Ben.
Can you imagine a first timer though not knowing what's going on? And they're just driving down the road and they do just get pushed into
I just
the
think it's so funny because it does. Sometimes it almost blocks that gravel road that goes right past it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes they get pretty deep into the gravel road, and I've had to go back and forth with some vehicles through there and been like, "Hey, come on, man! There's a whole lot of barrel racing real estate that you can park in. You don't need to park on the gravel road." Just to
That's
appreciate
the wide
it.
line.
It is the wide line.
So on Saturday, me, Matt, and I think Marshall and a couple, I think
Yeah.
another dude, we walked up and we were kind of where the metal band was playing, like they just finished, right?
Yeah.
And we looked because you're kind of on a hill.
You're
and
elevated,
You kind of
yeah.
look down,
Yeah.
and just the barrel racing alone could have been like an event.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
then,
yeah.
like, you look past it, and then there was the corner going on, and
Yeah.
then this, and then you turned around, and there was, it's fucking
It's a
crazy,
7-ring
man.
circus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's every discipline of both authorized and non-authorized motorcycle shenanigans.
But after all these years, 20 some fucking years, whatever, you go out there, and I'm still amazed
Me too.
that, like, this is happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so
I have
fucking
to
good.
check myself. Occasionally I'll be like, okay, I want to wander to Ewok Village. I want to do a nice long ride and go do a thing or go see a thing or go through the infield. And I was at some point, I was like, I just want those French fries. I want those skinny French fries with a mountain of vinegar on them. And I'm not going to stop until I get the skinny French fries with a mountain of vinegar on them. And so I rolled through and I was on one of the, I was on the Black Cat, and I'm ripping through, having a good time, and they had a corner set up, like a Starboys corner. Like, I don't know how the hell they did this, but they found an extra 400 square feet, and it wasn't even square-shaped. It was mostly diamond-shaped, triangle-shaped, but they were doing it. The guys were in there doing wheelies and doing slow-speed wheelies and having fun and stoppy contests and all that kind of crap, and I was like, that's another bonus thing that has popped up that wasn't there last year. So every year, something new pops
Using
up.
every bit of space
Yes,
available to you.
it is. And I mean, we were there for years when they had trials guys doing trials on top of cars and stuff in the infield. So it constantly changes. It's pretty amazing.
They
that
had
they
trials
can,
guys last year.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
It was really fun. We had a good time. The seminar thing, moving into the big pavilion, was a
I
smart
just want to say
move.
real quick, Piper really got a really good kick out of our group ride that we took over to Ewok Village. And
Oh, yeah.
everything. And she was like, I thought when we got done, she texted me and she's like, I felt like I was killing my bike trying to do that. I'm like, yeah, well, you know.
Well, I mean, that's what it's meant to do. And she hung it. She
It's-
hung with us.
It's been doing that for at least 14 years. so-
Right, right. That bike is designed to do exactly what it's doing. Unregulated off-roading. Yeah. And it was fun. It was all great.
But you're right, moving it to the pavilion.
Yeah.
That made everything better because, like, instead of just a tent, you
Yeah,
had actual
why-
cement. You could walk and enjoy the bikes.
Why
like,
rent the tent? There's already the pavilion there.
Yeah.
And the pavilion was really smart. When I went down there, I had to take Wendy's bike from our Ewok, from the FEMA camp all the way over to the infield to the pavilion. And I'd been having some wobbly pops during the day. So I was kind of like, oh, okay. And they were like, okay, well, that bike needs to be there at 3:30, or 3:30, don't leave here any later than 3:30 or 3:45 to make it happen. And I was like, FGR 1300, extra gas tank, all the cross-country stuff, 180,000 miles on the clock, best pedigree, bike, the bike holds world records, right? No pressure. But then when I decided to roll out, I was rolling out through the thick of the barrel racing. I was rolling out through the thick of, oh my God, it's Saturday at 3:00. I better get in there.
Yeah.
You know, like the full trauma, like everybody's in a hurry to go everywhere. And when I got to the main intersection, the main crossing, and this bike is a land yacht. It's delightful. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm like on the gravel. So I'm riding this thing on the gravel, being like a little extra careful because I know the bike and I know Wendy. I wouldn't want her to scuff her shit. But a kid in front of me just went on an 80cc, some XR80 or something, crossed my line in the gravel and just ate shit for about 35 feet. And at one point he was pointing at me, another time he was pointing away from me.
Oh, no.
But the point is, I had to drag down the Leviathan in the gravel from gravel float speed. And if anybody knows about riding on gravel, gravel has a float speed. And it's not 21 or 31 miles an hour. It's whatever that gravel likes.
Yep.
And so...
Gotta get it up on plane.
Got to get it up on plane.
Yes.
It's that. And so I had the bike up on plane, and then this kid decides to just trench run Star Wars fail right in front of me.
He was below plane.
He was he was almost under an FJR 1300. And I managed to do a controlled stop and like,
That's not a plane.
and drag it down. And my wingman was like, oh, damn. That was almost an incident. I was like, yeah, I would have had to write a report on that.
There were some spots where that gravel was real deep.
Very
it was
deep.
Really loose.
Yeah,
It
over
gets-
going to your fucking camp thing, I
Yeah.
almost ate shit. It was like 8 inches deep on that thing over there. man.
They're very erratic about the way they distribute gravel, and it's not even consistent within the campsite.
I usually try to hug the grass on the side. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not
That's what I was telling Sarah when
can.
Sarah was. I said, "Look, you don't have to go down the middle of the gravel. You go to the grass. You go to the edge until you get your shit together and figure gravel out. You know."
With
Until you
that,
catch that wire fence.
under the pavilion was where they had all the the 50 years of AMA racing and all that stuff. So I
Cool
was
bikes.
over there.
Yeah.
I was like, one of the things I wanted to do is I'm doing a video just on all those bikes.
Right.
So I was over there getting all these shots of the bikes, right? Because that was on my schedule. So I'm doing it. I get to the last one. And Liza comes up and goes, "Oh, thank you for remembering our thing." And I'm like, "Of course, I wouldn't miss it." And sat down in the front row and interviewed her.
Yeah.
So it worked out perfect.
It worked out great, baby.
I totally meant for that to happen.
Yeah, I attended only one ceremony if I wouldn't have had to deliver a bike. No, but Liza and Wendy did a great job.
Awesome.
They really did a great job. Their seminar was brilliant. And then Wendy had her books there, which, again, for sheer volume, $25. That book is fantastic. That is a great, great book. I was sitting down, I would just sit down and have a timeout, and I would just read a chapter of it just to be like, oh, that's right. She's my friend. She's sitting right over there. Yeah.
So funny enough, she and I almost were this close to rendezvousing again on Sunday.
Ooh.
Because she was doing the Athena rally
That's right.
down by where I was.
Yep.
They were staying at the same hotel as we were.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we were both on the sign.
You were.
The Hawkins and Queens Road Rally and then the Athena Road Rally were on the Blinky sign together.
How funny is it that there is the all-girls, all-ladies
Yeah.
motorcycle event
and then
happening
the Rainbow Car Rally.
and
at
the gay
same-
car rally?
Yeah, at the same
You know,
hotel.
I kind of feel there's some crossover there.
Right.
There's a lot
I
of
know, that's what I was saying.
Now, Phil, I'm so excited to hear your answer on
Yeah.
this, okay? Because a gentleman probably does not know your history in the chat.
Right.
And so he says, skipping the largest Japanese motorcycle swap meet doesn't make much sense. If anything, I spent all 3 days mostly in it. I didn't race. To me, flipping parts is fun and finding parts for projects, etc. So my point is, Phil, why didn't you go in the swap meet?
Yeah. So in about November, maybe October, you're going to start seeing about 1,000 eBay posts as I empty my warehouse. In my warehouse, I have the parts for approximately 100 vintage Japanese motorcycles, give or take. I've got shit that we forgot we bought 30 years ago. I've got shit that's going to require John, Hoffert, Pennington. We're all going to have to be there, and I'm going to hold parts up. And it's going to be like,
What's this? Where's this go?
and we're going to go Black Bear.
Yeah.
Big Bear, right? Yeah. It's going to literally be that. I have had so many fucking Japanese and German motorcycle parts go through my hands that I should have types of tetanus that haven't been discovered
and how
yet.
many years, how many sunburns did you get standing in the
I've
swamp?
been doing this since I was 14 years old, competitively. And I can tell you the times when I've gone to this event and I've come back with 6 Honda CB500 4-cylinders. Take that. I've also been to this event where I've come home with 3 or 4 Honda CB350Fs.
Or how many years did you spend selling stuff standing in the swap shop in the sun?
24 plus.
Yes.
In the swap meet,
Right.
trying to get rid of 14 Trail 70s that we took in various states of disrepair.
I have thrown away
Yeah.
in the last year or two enough stuff to populate 2 or 3 swap meet spots just in like 4, like just whole bikes, throwing them out in the curb. Like I'm not hauling it down there to get nothing for it or whatever. I'm like, just throw it away.
12 years ago,
I put it on the curb and maybe it'll make it in the hands of somebody.
If somebody
needs it.
wants it. 12 years ago, I was closing my Avon Lake warehouse down, and I put 7 CB750 single overhead cam frames and 7 CB750 single overhead cam motors up for free on Craigslist. Do you know how many people showed up to get them?
Oh, zero. Anytime
Zero.
Anytime you give stuff away,
But
motherfuckers never
how many
show up.
people called and said, "Oh, do they run? Do they have titles? Are they in perfect condition? What's the compression on the
Can I
third
drive it
hole?"
home?
Right, exactly.
Let me drive it home.
Right. Is there enough there I can build a bike, and can you help me build it?
Yeah.
And then warranty it for the rest of your life?
It's free,
right.
buddy. You get what you pay for.
And I was like, they're free. Come and fucking get them. And so I took a picture of the back of my pickup truck when I was going to the dump for 13 cents a pound. And you'd have thought I was Hitler Mussolini because I took a picture of all the stuff I was taking to the dump. And people were like, oh my God, you're going to burn a fucking year in hell because you're throwing away priceless JDM motorcycle shit. You're throwing away priceless stuff that people would kill for it. I'm like, you had a chance to kill. All you had to do was show up.
For months.
You didn't have to kill anybody.
I sent Greg a picture of a carcass of a Honda Dream just to see if maybe somebody wanted to cut it up or something.
Yep.
He's like, no.
Well, what you were talking about,
I threw that out on the curb.
We
I'm
have
like,
abandoned 9 bikes at Mid-Ohio for the Jawas.
what you were talking about,
Yep.
what you saw as Superhawks.
Yeah, I
the
saw
thing,
two
of them?
really nice Super Rocks.
25 and 35.
One was really nice for $3,500.
Right.
And,
There's a
you
really nice one on the marketplace right now for 1,000.
know, yeah.
So
It's stupid.
I tell people, like, sell your stuff before Middle House. You could just go there with cash. And
Go
be
there
a
and
buyer.
have a good time. But I don't need to add anything to my place.
Right.
Best case scenario, I've got 20 years left on this planet. At one project per year, I'll need to be 150. I'm not going to live to be 150. So it's time to fucking thin the arc. Right? The arc is way too heavy right now. And also, when you're paying a decent amount of money every month to put a roof over the head of the most ungrateful children you're ever going to meet, these bikes that you go there and you don't even like looking at them anymore because they just represent failure. And you're like, God damn it. I go to my warehouse and I open it up and I'm like, I see my failed dreams. But I also see Tom's failed dreams, right?
Shattered dreams.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, that was a great idea. Let me rescue that bike. God forbid it languish in stasis in my buddy's garage in Detroit. It should languish in stasis in my garage in Cleveland instead. I don't want to do it. I get no joy from it. And, you know,
I got a lot of joy out of just fucking punting bike. Just push them out and goodbye, fuck you, not wasting my time.
And that is the only joy for me is when I'm running a booth and some young kid comes up and he goes, hey, mister, how much for that thing? And I'm like, it says $500 on it. I don't have $500. Yeah, but you need to negotiate, little motherfucker. Right? So
what do you got?
Step over here, Padawan. What do you got? The one kids, they came in and what are they holding? A set of pipes for a twin jet or something?
That kid was trying to bump up.
He was doing the penny trade thing, and he traded his way up to a set of Yamaha scrambler pipes for like a Jet 100 or something.
He was between a rock and a hard place because I took him over to see Bruce.
Well, that's what I told him to go. I said, there's only one guy I know that has a twin jet.
And that's why you're in a rock.
Sitting 75 feet from here, but he's tighter. He's tighter than anybody you've ever met.
Well, and all those guys are. Anybody who would be interested in those is a tightwad. And it's like, and Bruce. They did a lot of researching. They're weird pipes. They're crazy,
They
but
are crazy
but
pipes.
you got your pigeonholed in that.
You have to find that right buyer.
Oh yeah, like
And I think the kid was saying like he wanted $200 for them, or equivalent in trade. And he goes, "What scooter will you give me for these pipes?" And I was like, "You don't know the way this works. Nothing comes in.
Right.
The roaches check in, but they don't check out.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the opposite for me. In my booth, nothing is coming in, and I've done that for years. Where people are like, "Hey, well, I've got this really cool thing. Will you take it in partial trade for that?" I'm like, "Go liquidate that shit. Bring me money."
Your booth was your campsite.
It was. It really was, and it was great.
And did amazingly well.
It was so liberating this year to not have a spot. It was so liberating this year to not have a space in the swap meet.
Oh yeah.
Because
And you still
It
sold.
was so nice to have Phil.
yeah, that's right.
Not doing a demo ride.
I didn't have to go do demo rides.
Not doing a swap meet spot.
Because usually in Mid-Ohio, I'm working.
Oh yeah. The upfront showroom worked out very well.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, the showroom just being in the campsite worked out great. It was fine.
For what a lot of people that never been to Mid-Ohio don't understand is that there's a swap meet where there's stuff.
Right.
But everyone's selling stuff everywhere.
Right.
You go in I don't care. You go in the overflow parking. You go down the middle of the return lane that goes up and down, and everyone jockeys the position to put their bike
Yeah.
with their for sale sign up and down like
It's
Thursday.
the biggest bazaar.
It's everywhere.
20 years ago, we had a saying that said, if you were in the swap meet, John could leave his toolbox out on the tailgate of my truck. We could be using his toolbox, fixing stuff, doing our things and whatever. And we could go have a sandwich. We could go do whatever we're doing. And we would know that there was a 0 chance that anyone was going to unauthorized grab a 10mm wrench out of that toolbox. It was safe. It was the swap meet. It was fucking safe. You could leave all your shit in your swap meet, laid out on the tarps all night long and not worry about anything. That's not happening anymore. And what happened to me last year, and the reason I'm not in the swap meet, is I had a lot of brand new parts. I had a lot of Mac 4-into-1 exhaust systems for CB 750s. I had Mac 2-into-1 exhaust systems, brand new in the boxes for CB 350s. I had a lot of really cool shit. I had a lot of brand new Ducati parts in the packaging on my tables. Well, I had to go help our friends shut down their booth. So on Sunday morning, I went to help them tear down their booth. And when I got back to my booth, there were 2 guys walking away with shit in their hands from my booth. And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And the guy was like, "Oh, we're stacking your stuff over here by our camper because there have been people stealing from your booth." And I went, "So you're protecting my shit by moving it
to your
into
stuff."
your booth." Right.
Sounds about right.
Why don't y'all just carry all that shit that you're helping protect from me back into my booth where it was? Right. Well, we just assumed you'd left and gone away.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's what people do. They leave thousands of dollars worth of shit in their booth, right? They just go away. No, the booth is your booth. That's sacrosanct. Nobody takes anything out of your booth. I have my phone number everywhere in that booth. All weekend long, people are like, "Hey, how much for the pipe?" They'd call me, text me, whatever. That's how you're doing it. You're getting pulled 9 different ways at Mid-Ohio. Even if you need to go take a shit, that can be a 30-minute experience. You might not be in your booth 100% of the time, but people did steal from my booth. And so for me, that was like kind of a buzzkill because I didn't make any money in the booth. I actually lost property. So for me, I'm like, okay, so the honor among thieves thing is no longer there when people who are there are willing to be like, "Oh, that booth's unattended. Take anything you want out of it."
Somebody else was saying that.
I've read that in 30 fucking posts on the AMA Vintage Days Facebook group. 30 people have said they've had shit stolen from their booths.
But you got to remember, when we're talking about years ago, the max was 20,000 people.
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
you have 70,000
Correct.
people. So there was probably 2 or 3 bad fucks then.
And there's
now you have,
over 800, perhaps 900 spaces.
Right.
And back then, there were maybe 300 spaces.
Right. You got a lot of,
Right.
I mean, like,
It doesn't excuse the behavior.
It does not excuse it, but I'm just saying, like, 0.1% of most things are going to be
When it was an
shitbags.
enthusiast thing, and John and I knew 90% of the people that were walking down the aisles,
Yeah, right.
nobody's going to steal from anybody. But now we have a lot of people there that are just like for the spectacle.
Well, that's the thing. And so when something gets that awesome, there's some people that I know I talked to a few guys. One guy's like, I don't ride. I just came for the party.
Exactly.
So there's that too.
Right.
And so
There was a post I think on Friday about someone stole a golf
Golf
cart,
cart. Yeah.
and they found it rolled over by the barrel racing.
Yeah.
It's like,
my.
you left the keys in it or whatever. Like I've heard that if you leave the keys in your bike,
There was a
you
large
might
part
get
of me
it
that was
taken.
like, I should be chaining my bikes up at
Yeah.
night.
Right.
Just be,
Yeah.
I mean, I had the military KLR. and
I've done that in years
Everybody
past.
was looking at that bike, and I'm like, man, I would feel really bad if I woke
Right.
up in the morning
and
that
it was
walked
gone.
off.
Well, the one guy, I don't know if you saw, the one dude had lost a Trail 70 was stolen from him. So the Trail 70 still hasn't appeared anywhere. It's gone. And so he was in the swap meet visiting people, and he left the bike in the swap meet, and he went to visit people that he knows in the swap meet, and when he came back, the bike was gone. So he said what probably happened is somebody who's walking the swap meet saw that bike there and just walked away with it.
Maybe time to start attaching air tags and trackers. To
Well, I mean, we're talking about a place where the vintage is the rule,
Right.
and so not to pile on, but that idea of like when it starts to be like, I don't know if you ever worked a swap meet booth, but the idea of like we're gonna lock this down at night is pretty much a non-happening thing. That's not gonna go.
They do lock up the infield where you can't get
Correct.
across there, but
Yep.
I mean the swap meet.
Yeah,
like,
they're protecting their shit.
Yeah, you literally can get in the swap meet like any time of the
Absolutely.
night.
You know what I did see one guy do though? I thought was fucking genius.
Yeah.
He had a long tarp.
Yep.
He pulled it over to tables and
Yep.
then he nailed the tarp.
So the shit that I had stolen from me,
Yeah.
I had a 60-foot tarp. I had 3 8-foot tables, and I had a 60-foot tarp over everything on my tables, right? And then had weighted items to keep it from blowing away, right? So somebody went to the trouble of literally lifting my tarp, inventorying my shit, and stealing it. And then the guys that were helping me, they were just getting dibs, hoping I wouldn't come back. If he comes back, we'll say we were protecting his shit. If he doesn't come back, we got all the good stuff. I noticed, by the way, they were protecting the stuff that was very expensive. They weren't protecting the box of headlights. You know? Right. Yeah. So they were very selectively protecting my gear for me.
Especially when you'd have to look at each box with the tiny label on it to even know what's in a lot
No,
of
I Sharpied the shit out of everything.
Oh, okay.
It said from a long distance, Viper fairing tinted, very cool, brand new in box, $50.
Did you give these guys a reward for watching your stuff?
They were funny because when I came back and I got salty, they were like, I don't understand why you're being so mean. I was like,
dude,
I don't know,
you're touching-
people stole my
don't
shit
touch
and you're
my stuff.
actually
Yeah.
physically actively holding it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So you kind of broke the spot, that 40 feet of real estate I spend money on, you violated it. I wasn't there and you took things away that aren't yours. That's theft. So, the rule is if you don't own it, leave it where it lay.
Don't touch it.
Leave it where it fucking lay. It's not yours. It's not yours to take away. And don't later on be like, we're trying to help you out. Yeah. I was
Sure, Jan.
I was protecting your wife's vagina with my penis.
I'll take the,
Nobody else was going to get in there.
That's right.
I was blocking the entrance.
I was blocking the entrance.
just taking care of your husband for a little
That's
while.
right.
Don't
That's
worry.
exactly right. I was keeping her occupied so she wouldn't get into any trouble. Yeah, that's what that feels like. Has anybody seen the pictures of the Aprilia 400cc scooter yet?
Yes.
Okay. The one commentary says, basically, in this economy, it's an expensive little bike for 400cc scooter, $74.99, $7,500.
Well, how much is a Vespa?
A Moto Morini Escape 400, or I'm sorry, a Moto Morini Escape 650 is $1,000 less than this.
It's true.
Yeah. And this is an automatic transmission 400. It does share the exact same powertrain with the Piaggio BV 400.
I was just about to say.
Yep. Exact same powertrain, exact same everything as the BV 400. But they just rubbed a little extra money on top of it because of the Aprilia on the side. Yeah, that's a thing. So it is tough because you got to really want an adventure scooter to throw down what ultimately will cost you $8,500 large by the end of the day. This bike has a $1,100 freight charge.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. This is not a cheap bike to put in your living room. Very tough. So $74.99. Immediately throw $1,000 on top for freight.
It looks cool.
It looks exactly like the Honda 750X. I mean, it looks exactly like the
Honda doesn't just make the 750X. They also make
150X.
the 150X and the 400X.
Oh, I didn't know they made
the 400.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Well, then that's
Yeah,
probably
they make an ADV 400. It's not the same bike, not even close, but it is interesting. So, I mean, I think the livery's cool. The big Aprilia racing team livery is kind of sexy.
Everything Aprilia makes looks fucking
looks
awesome.
great.
They're 50cc scooters. Look, they go 200 miles an hour.
Well, the funny thing, though, is this will not be... So Piaggio, of course, Piaggio is Vespa, Moto Guzzi, Aprilia. And so this bike will only be sold at the Aprilia motorcycle dealerships. They're not letting Vespa dealers get their meat hooks on this thing, which is kind of weird because you'd think if you wanted your scooter to sell...
You'd sell it with other scooters.
Well,
You'd sell it in the place where they sell the fucking scooters.
Well,
wouldn't you?
the good news is the 5 people that are going to buy those next
Correct.
year
Yeah, that's
are
right.
really going to enjoy them.
They're going to enjoy them until
For
they trade them in.
124 miles.
Right. Yeah, that seems to be our history with these things. It is really weird that
What?
they're not breaking the rule. I wonder if this is a biscuit that they're offering. Aprilia dealers, I don't know if you know this, but Aprilia dealers are doing really well right now. Aprilia is doing very well. Their Touareg is a very popular bike. Their 400, their midweights in all their versions are really selling. Aprilia is doing very, very well for themselves right now. The question is, are the Aprilia dealers going to be like, yeah, get this out of my showroom? Or are they going to be like, it's the greatest thing ever, give me 10 more of them, right?
I mean, it's such a good-looking scooter.
Yes.
I mean, you might be able to convince some people that aren't really scooter people to like it.
I agree. Yeah, that's right.
It depends on how you sell that, I think. How you position it when people are in your showroom.
Yes. And so would it surprise you that this scooter is $1,000 more than the Aprilia Tuono 457?
Ooh. What?
Yeah, I didn't make that up. That's real.
Wow.
So now it starts to be a little bit more confusing when you look at the Tuono 457, which I've ridden, and it's a really fun motorcycle. And when I look at the Tuono 457 and go, and if you just had $1,000 more, you could have less CCs and a CVT and a whole stack less Hurstpers, you know? So maybe that's that thing. Maybe they're counting on people that don't ever want to shift are not going to want to buy the 457.
But still want some spice somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what it comes down to. And so, I mean, when you look at the lineup, you know, all the Tuono, the RS, you know, they're very cool bikes. But it kind of makes their pricing of this bike look a little suspect at $74.99. Because that's a full grand more.
What is a BV going for?
I think they're $71.99.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the difference between the two. And we do not sell a lot of BV 400s. This year they imported a very small number of them. And they've raised the price. It's $76.49 now. Wow. So there you go. That is a premium. That is a premium.
When you're done talking about that, I want to give props to somebody.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It was Scott from Canada. Came all the way down from Canada. Brought Chris Smith a big handle, and I can't remember the name of
Gibson's
gin.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that made
Gibson's
it here somewhere.
I
didn't immediately crack it and start drinking it. I thought I set it over on the bar. I don't know if it got drank or whatever.
I'll have to check the tub.
I saw it Sunday. It was sitting there.
It was still there on Sunday.
Scott, if you're listening out there, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah,
for
very
coming
much.
down from the great north, and then
Scott also brought me a tiny raccoon giblet, which my daughter quickly sucked up and put it in her shoe. So
what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, a little tiny, like the things that you put in a crock.
Yeah.
He brought down a raccoon one.
Oh, fun.
He was a solid guy.
Oh,
man,
that's
that dude.
very cool.
And the cherry on the Sunday was he brought down a Canadian-only CBR
Yes, he did.
125R
The greatest 125 ever.
and let me ride it. And
AKA the Lake Erie Loop Ringer.
it was great. I'm
Yeah.
like, why isn't this motor in the Grom? Like, that's a great, I couldn't get it out of second gear in the campground. It was like,
It's so happy.
and it was,
It revs to 14,000
It does.
RPM.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was super cool.
And if
I'm
you take that motor and put it in the Grom, you would have the unkillable, unstoppable, best 125cc Grom ever.
Do you know what I'm thinking though?
Yeah.
You'd have a Grom that could wheelie like right out of the box.
Oh, it'd be the spiciest Grom ever.
How about because the TNT 135 has an upright motor, and
Yeah.
that's an upright motor.
It is. That's more
That
likely to
might
fit
be
in the hole.
Swap, right
Yeah,
there.
it is more likely to fit in
If
the
you
hole.
have a CBR 125R, you just keep it.
You just keep it just the
That's
fucking way it is.
Well, no, but if you have a motor laying around,
I'm
you
sorry,
wanna sell
if you
it
have a
somewhere.
fetish for 12-inch wheels,
Yeah.
then you're going to ruin a CBR 125R.
I would find the rest of the bike to put the motor in because
I agree.
it's the perfect thing.
It's perfect.
like-
It's great.
Well, I kind of like a fast ground.
Well, that's fine. If you want to do your 250 conversion or I don't know why you're not just going right to a 450.
400, 450.
That's, you know, at that point,
Just go with 600.
I'm
CBR
sorry.
600.
You were
DI
riding
6
very sensible Greg Castillo's
yeah.
very sensible monkey bike.
Greg, what did you bring today?
It's the Sky Team Z50 with a 190cc 5-speed electric start, 8-inch wheels.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty
And,
gnarly.
Well, on a 2-foot wheelbase.
Right.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, you can put it in in any small closet.
There's an adapter. You can put it in front of Kmart, and it takes quarters and
That's
just goes.
true.
No, but it is way too fast.
It
in
is.
a good way.
in a stupid way.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean,
bonkers.
I was literally riding it, like test riding it before Mid Ohio because I was going to ride it in Lab for History.
Woo.
And yeah, it pulled the studs right out of the rear wheel, and so I had to red Loctite them in with some titanium bolts. And then I was riding it yesterday, and it was the bolts, the nuts came off of the exhaust right on the motor. I'm like, so yeah, this is it. It's a little bone shaky, you know.
And you got about 1 millimeter between the front wheel and the head.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's probably the stupidest thing I've ever built, but it's fun.
I know.
At fifth gear, it just puddle. I mean, if you're just idling at fifth gear, you're at 40, 45 miles an hour and just like pop, 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 and it's nice.
I got to build one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger. It's getting crazy. We're getting dumb now.
So there's
Smaller and
there's this
more
Italian guy running around, and he's like, "Hey, have you heard I'm buying Ducati?"
power. What?
Yeah, this guy's telling everybody. He's like, "I'm buying Ducati.
Where?
I'm buying Ducati."
Oh, okay.
And you know, Tom and I remember when it was like Texas Pacific Group was like,
Yeah.
"We're buying Ducati," and the left half of Britney Spears,
Yeah.
right, and Pepsi,
They're just throwing that in.
and they did, and it wasn't bullshit. They did. They actually did buy all those things, and for a while, Texas Pacific Group, an investment company, owned Ducati. So weird.
And like a third of Ferrari.
A third, yeah, exactly, right. And a player to be named later.
Right.
So apparently, this Italian investment firm has told everybody and their brother, "Hey, we're buying Ducati, and we're Italian, so that makes it sexier." And Volkswagen, VAG,
Yeah.
has said, "Oh, hold on a second there. We haven't gone public with that information yet." And the guy says, "No, I'm buying Ducati." And VAG goes, "Oh, no. There's no chance in the world that we would ever sell Ducati. Pay no attention to the fact that we just sold Bugatti.
Right.
Pay no attention to the fact we just sold our entire marine division. Pay no attention to the fact that we are trying to dump money and lay off a sixth of its entire VAG workforce." They sold this Everlance part, which used to be called MAN. So MAN, MAN is
Yeah,
MAN.
MAN.
All right. MAN makes the motors that go in freighters.
Yep.
And they're bigger than houses, right? It's say like small engine repair.
Oh, yeah.
Do not apply for this job. This is you can walk inside the engine repair. And they sold that. And they sold it at a tidy profit for some $8 billion, right? And so they're offloading their assets, and they are having some pretty wild financial problems in Europe,
Yep.
staring down the barrel of Chinese manufacturing, et cetera. So this idea that everybody in the world is like, well, you have to sell Lamborghini and you have to sell Ducati. You sold Bugatti. These are the things you need to sell so you can continue being VAG.
So you can, get to your core.
So you can get to your core and make the numbers.
Well, they own Navistar here in the United States, which is fucking huge.
Which is gigantic, right? Which is huge.
International trucks for anybody that's not
Yep.
paying
Right.
attention.
Right, exactly. And so when you look at this, this entire thing, I love the way they're being very coy about this. This is just one of those things where the guy literally has all his furniture out in the front lawn of his house, right? And there's a sign that says garage sale. And you roll up and you're like, how much for the Ottoman?
It's not for
It's
sale.
not for sale. How much for the Chesterfield?
Not for sale.
It's not for sale. And that's what's happening.
I might do
I-
some with that later on.
I notice you have a motorcycle in the garage. Is it for sale?
Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah.
nope.
No, it's not for sale.
definitely not.
No, it's definitely not for sale. I don't know why you're hanging them around my yard. Right?
There's a price
But
tag on it.
But if
it's not for
somebody were to
sale.
make me an offer for the
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
garage
right,
sale,
Right. Then
then we might talk about it. But it's not for sale. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Now, here's the interesting thing: is the guy who's saying to everybody, "I'm buying Ducati." He's got a very old company. It's very well established. It's about 341 days old.
oh yes.
He's one of those guys. So, who would be better to buy a legacy product like Ducati than a guy who's been in business for 340 days?
Freshly minted bill.
This sounds to me like one of those whole investment capital schemes.
He's like the kid with the set of pipes that don't really fit anything. Yes. He's a youngster.
He's trying to trade up.
I got something great here.
You remember when you were young and hungry, right?
Yep. So they said that the sole intent of regaining the ownership of the individual companies part of our national and cultural identity. Purchasing Italian companies that are no longer owned by Italians. Well, there's a thing. Benelli, Motor Marini. Let's start listing all the Italian
Yeah.
companies that are no longer,
yep.
owned by Italians, and hence targeting the German ownership of Ducati. That's quite something. I think that this is extremely interesting, but I also think that if you take Ducati, which is doing very well right now,
Maybe somebody should do that for American companies.
right? Also true, right? If you take a company that's doing very well right now, and
I
you
mean, the
put it
Italians have already tried to buy American companies. That's how Chrysler got fucked up.
Oy, oy, oy.
Fiat what?
fix it again, Tony? No, don't worry. The head gasket's fucked. we're not going after that. Yeah, Anthony says he's not interested in your Fiat. Yep. So very, very interesting. I think this is going to be a fun thing to keep your eye on. Now the problem is, if you're a Ducati person, oh boy, because there's VAG brings a lot of money to the table, a whole lot of money to the table.
Sure does.
It does. And so the question is, can the future Italian, Patria Italia, which literally means the patriotism of Italia, they were formed in 1937 in a shadow of a flag with an eagle on it. They had a very unique one-handed salute. Very interesting mustaches.
Look, the people really needed a car.
Yes, the people did really need a car. Yeah, that's exactly it. So I think Patria Italia is going to be the nationalist, Italian nationalist. We want the pride in Italian products to come back again, and we're willing to spend money to do it.
We should sell him SpaghettiOs.
Oh,
Hey, look, Chef Boyardee.
We will sell you
Franco-American.
back the concept of pizza.
yes.
We've taken it as far as we can take it. So yeah, kind of an interesting thing. I love that they say much of the veracity of Ross and Petra Italia's SPA's offer cannot be verified. No, I really think it's a guy who's just shouting at the internet, "I'm buying Ducati." And if he didn't have a lot of money behind him, I don't think anybody'd be taking him seriously. But there it is. Yeah, that's a wild thing, because I can understand a company like VAG, like, yeah, we're getting competed with
Right.
for people that will do everything that we do for a third of the money.
Right.
What does VAG stand for?
Volkswagen Auto Group.
Yeah, it's kind of been there forever.
The
Yes.
People's Auto Group.
Yep.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
And, at one point, all of those acquisitions made a lot of sense for them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
they absolutely do not.
Well, that and you could paint all your cars silver. It's just saved on paint. You just roll out the whole team.
Yep.
And the truth is, they couldn't just call it Auto Union because nobody would get it.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah.
yeah. So wait, we get more days off and we get paid better? Woo! We work for Auto Union? Yeah. That's the thing. That was kind of wild.
Was ist NSU?
Was ist das NSU?
Oh, man.
Yeah. If
We
you
have Uncle at home.
Yeah, no, we have Uncle. That's called a twingle. We call that a twingle. Shut up, take it away. That's a twingle by any other name. It's a fucking twingle. Get rid of it. It's a bad idea. BMW recalled 16,000 motorcycles. It's only an ignition problem. People do not get fucking worked up about this. Your 1600cc motors, or your 1000cc motorcycle may just turn off at cruising speed. It doesn't affect Sleepy because it's only in the 2020 and newer models.
But it
So he's
only
good to go.
matters if you let your subscription lapse.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to make sure your credit card on file is up to date.
16,000 BMWs, they're saying the ignition lock may cause instrument display, rear lighting, and other systems such as ABS, etc., to fail, causing an engine stall whilst riding.
Eek.
Not really a big deal.
Well,
said,
what if
just
you're
makes-
on track?
Well, if you're on track, it's a big fucking
Because it's
problem.
S1000RR, right?
Yes, it is. It's an S1000RR.
Yeah, so a lot of those, these rich fucks
Of
buy
course.
those to just go to the track.
Yeah. Great bike.
Running
Amazing
is a
bike.
subscription-based system.
16,736 bikes, guys. If you're listening to this podcast and you own an S1000RR, you're obviously on the wrong podcast.
Correct.
Right. Common Tread Revzilla is one station to the left.
Oh, no.
That's it. ADV Riders, 2 stations to the left.
That's not going to be the RR.
No, but they listen to it.
Right.
Yeah, they don't listen to us.
I know several people that listen to us that have an RR.
I know at least one other person, Marshall, that listens to us.
I met at AMA Vintage Days. I met a woman that listens to our podcast.
No,
I
now
believe
listen,
my aunt is
I've been
listening right
defending
now.
you for years, saying that you never lie, but that's no way.
It seems like a lie. It seems like a
You know
lie.
what? You know what? That's not true. You know why? Because we know Liza listens to us to make sure.
I joke all the time, but but it's very strange when somebody comes up and is like, "Oh my god, I love the podcast. It's fantastic. It's really great." And you're like,
Are you listening to the same podcast?
"Did somebody put you up to this?"
I had somebody.
this a bet?
I had a graybeard compliment me. I'm like, holy shit, are you talking to the right guy?
Graybeard. I love that. 1, 2,
I know.
4,
if I let it grow
5,
out.
and you for sure. 6, 7. We got Graybeard covered at this table. Yeah, some Graybeard
He's
came
like,
up and
"Man,
talked to you.
I like what you do. I'm like, are you listening to the right guy? It's Dan You're looking for Dan Kromke.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Graybeard's okay, but when you get to Gray Bush, then you know it's fucking old.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh my. A certain level of pedigree.
It's going to happen.
You're just gonna go. You just got to make it to the Sean Connery. Yeah.
Oh.
If you can make it to Sean Connery, you're like you've jumped the whole like he's too old. No, you become charming.
Yes.
Yeah. You once you get to a certain age. Yeah.
Get yourself a snow snake.
Just got to get himself a merkin.
I don't think you can only look so old. Once you
silver
go
merkin.
completely gray and lose your hair. I mean, how much older can you look? You know.
Oh, we had a guy rolled out of my shop today on a 2006 Buddy 125 small headlight. And, you know, I took the bike out and rode it. Tom did some repairs to it. This is a legit 20-year-old motorcycle, scooter. And the guy that picked it up was a question mark. He was a vertical upright walking question mark. And he said that it was the last bike he was ever going to buy, and he bought it for his 80th birthday.
Nice.
And I was like, well, you go, Tiger.
Yeah.
And he's one of those people that when he jumped up on the bike, he didn't get any taller. He just, his head stayed at the exact same elevation.
How many miles were on this thing?
He just scoliosis his spine right up on it. It was probably about 18K, 19K. It wasn't too high or too low.
So-
Pretty moderate.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting
About a
thing
grand a
about
year.
He just got a Kenda, so it's going to last the rest of his life.
Yeah, he does. He did buy a forever tire.
But here's an interesting thing about buddies. So I was taking my buddy to sell down there, and I've been having a hard time getting it to run properly, right? It's been back and forth. John helped me for a while, but it was still not doing right? So I take it down there, had it kind of start and put a sign on the front of it,
Right.
and the bike was like, oh, fuck, you're serious.
Oh, we're not messing
It was
around.
like, wait, you're going to sell me?
Right.
And so I tweaked. All I did was tweak the fucking idle, and all of a sudden it ran the entire weekend and made me love it again.
Awesome.
And then I didn't sell it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was lovely around the track.
Yeah, right. It was like it worked. It was good. So
Yeah.
Great.
this carb that I've been fucking with for
Yeah.
2.5 months that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Once I put a for sale sign on it, was like, okay, I'm good.
I've-
We're gonna work now.
I have
funny how that
I
works.
seem to
jokingly-
remember fucking with it too. By the
Yeah.
way,
I said you fucked
Exactly.
with. Did you not hear me?
Yeah, he did. He gave you
I
props.
want to make sure I get all kinds of props.
He got all kinds of props.
Okay.
I've jokingly said for years, if you won't work, I will just throw you in a fucking corner for 6 months until you learn better.
Yeah. You're gonna get a 6-month timeout while I think about other things. Yeah.
Which means that everything in my garage will fire up tomorrow.
Oh yeah, definitely. The weird thing was the menagerie of shit that we took with us, the weird bikes we took with us. The one that got more fucking press than anything was the shit-hammered Stella.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
Stella,
Oh,
the
God.
Stella was chewed up and spit out. The Stella that had seen things. The Stella that, but I walked up to it 7 times for 7 different people. I turned the key on. I lightly breathed on the Kickstarter, and it was like, who am I going to fuck over next? Who am I going to fuck over next? Who is going to fucking, I'm going to crash. I'm going to go crash and kill somebody. Let me do that.
I
And
literally,
that bike would not die.
I cobbled that thing together out of leftovers in the back of the
In
shop.
about 2 hours. Yeah.
That's the best kind of bike.
Yeah. He's like, those parts look good. Phil will want those. Where's our takeoff pile?
So did you bring it home or did
No, it
someone-
fucking,
no.
it
No, it-
straight disappeared.
It left. There was a fella from Janice bought it, right?
The fella from Janice bought the Stella. That's
Yeah.
right. It was their mechanic. Yep, exactly. So
That was on the
means-
podcast.
no, not
No.
It was
I was
not.
gonna say, I
He had
didn't see
long-
any of those.
I
It was
forgot-
not Jensen.
I
It
forget his
was
name. He had long blonde
killing
hair.
me now. Nice guy
Yeah,
too. Really
very,
nice
very
guy.
long blonde hair.
Yeah, very nice guy. But yeah, he rolled away with it.
Richard wasn't there.
No,
right?
Richard wasn't there.
Okay, I
didn't
was
see
gonna
Richard.
say, I
Yeah,
missed
didn't
him.
see
Which
Richard.
was there.
Which means that motor is already torn down right now.
I know.
Like, it is being
Well,
sonic blasted.
but I
as
will
we
tell
speak.
you this: I saw it 16 more times throughout the course of the weekend. 5 of those were in the barrel racing. So clearly the bike was running just fine.
Oh, I saw my my KE100.
Oh, you
back
did?
this year? Yeah, the Denver Broncos by
Yeah.
accident.
Oops. Oops. I painted a bike Denver Broncos color.
Yeah, but it was back. It was rolling around.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it made
Oh,
me
that's
happy.
very, very happy. That's cool. We had a bike. We had a Vino 50 that ran happier than any Vino 50 I've ever owned. I took it out and I got an actual indicated 50 miles an hour on this little 49cc.
Get the
And
fuck
it,
out.
oh, it
Oh,
was
no.
just like
It was a screamer.
It was a screamer. It was an angry Minarelli. It was the perfect Minarelli, perfectly conditioned. But if you put a battery in it, it would burn whatever building down that you were currently standing in. There was some sort of a dead short hiding in that thing.
And literally to diagnose this bike would cost more than the bike was worth.
Right. But the magic of that particular bike is the second the engine's running, you have all the lighting. You don't need a battery.
Right.
Right. And the battery's this weird gel cell lay down $150 battery that nobody would ever put in it anyway. So I had a guy roll up and he's like, "You really want 500 for that?" I was like, "It has a title." What? 500 and it has a title?
Say less.
Exactly. Right. Let me introduce you to your new Vino.
Yeah.
And he accidentally started it because he was like, "Is this a Kickstarter?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, you found
Must
it."
be. No, actually, it wasn't. but
But you're just
Weird.
that good.
But she likes you.
you.
It's humping your leg.
Take me home, Daddy. Take me home.
She was sticking her rod out. But I don't know.
We did great. I mean, the stuff that we sold well. A guy came over and bought our Liberty 50, and I told him it's fully restricted. It's not de-restricted in any way, shape, or form. It will go 27 miles an hour if you have a long enough runway. And he goes, "That's okay. Does it start? It runs great. Yeah, go ahead, fire it up. Take it for a blast." So the first guy that took it for a blast was like, "It's too slow." I was like, "Yeah, it takes 7 minutes to de-restrict it. Take the cover off the transmission,
yeah.
take the wedding ring out of the variator, get your 1/4-inch drill bit and drill the little cone out of the muffler, out of the header tube. You're done. It will now almost C45, right? Yeah. And couldn't get him to do it. This other cat comes up, who's bought other bikes from us, and he was like, "I'm in. I'm in." And he bought it, and he took it away. And then he brought his friend back who has also brought other bikes from us. And they bought the, what was the horrible thing? They pushed it away.
the pink, not the pink bike.
I think it was.
Was it pink?
Bike. I think it was
because
the
they
pink
kept
bike.
trying.
Yes, it was the pink bike.
Oh, because
so
that was a
bought
three-way deal.
the pink bike, and they bought it, and I talked them down. I had it listed for I think 100.
Yeah.
I think I had it listed for 100, and I talked them down to 40. So I sold it to them for 40.
That's the one that you got for. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
So I talked them down to 40.
Look who figured out how to use.
Yeah, there he
YouTube.
is.
Bruce.
Yeah. Says Clint Eastwood, but I'm Bruce the Commish. Yeah.
He's been listening to the podcast.
Yeah, he
almost
has been
every-
listening.
No, but he didn't know
Absolutely.
he could do the chat.
Yeah, he's figured it out. He's figured out the chat.
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm watching.
Yeah.
I'm always watching. So I sold it for $40, and this husband and wife came over and was like, "We're here with our $100."
Oh.
And I was like, "Well, there it goes. It's still in range."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get it.
And I said, "Go get it."
And I
I said,
literally-
"I just sold it to them for $40.
The reason-
Offer them 80."
Yeah.
Right? They doubled their money in 75 feet. And she was like, "Okay." And then I went down there, and even with that expert instruction, they fucked it up and they paid $100 for it.
And I will admit, this is why I'm not a salesperson.
Right.
I told them, I said, do yourselves a favor.
Right.
Don't buy this fucking bike. I said, this is for somebody that is looking for something to burn this evening. Do not buy it.
you're right.
And they fucking chased it. I'm like, stop.
Hang it from a tree and hit it with
What was
sticks.
so wrong with it though?
The
It
top
had-
end was bad.
The top end was bad.
And it was missing a carburetor.
Yeah. Oh, that was funny because they came back later and they were like,
Other than
"Do you
that,
have
it
the
was-
carburetor for that bike?"
Great.
Other than that, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was $40.
Some people
Yeah.
want to think they're getting a deal, but
Yeah.
it's not a deal.
Look, the tires were worth $40.
Well, yeah.
Look around. Do you know more than everyone standing within 50 feet of you? Then you might be the mark. Yeah. That's what happens.
The funny part is, had they gone to the flea market,
Yeah.
they would have found another one for $400 that they could have stolen either. And actually, what I would have done
So now you have herpettetenus.
was taken the body panels off the pink one.
You
and
have
put
two
them on the other
diseases.
one.
What was
Waving
I'm just waving to someone to watch.
what was the bike? I can't remember the name of it, but it actually surprised me to see you surprised to see something. It was that little fucking foldy thing.
So it was a Motovicon that I had never seen in my life, a folding Motovicon, white in color. I think it was called like the A7R or some nonsense.
It was very 80s.
But everything on the bike looked like a 1970s bathroom radio.
okay, that
Cool.
yeah.
There's only one way to describe it. And
Yeah,
it's
you're
just
right.
like the wheels were like stamped steel, 3 lug nuts.
I like
That's
the
all we
little-
need.
I like the little lunchbuck handle on the frame. Like,
Yes.
you pick it up.
The idea is we're going to, like, everybody else makes folding bikes, right? They just said, fuck it, we'll put a luggage handle right in the crossbeam. So they put a luggage handle right in the crossbeam,
It didn't need to fold.
and it was so light. It was so crazy. But everything on it was made of that sketchy white plastic that only, like, toilet paper dispensers are made of.
The Moby X1.
Was it the Moby X1?
It's called the Moby.
Is that
I
what
mean,
it was?
that's what you're talking about, right?
What, I
The Motovicane X1A folding. The Motovicane Moby X1.
Was it made out of Bakelite?
I'll tell you if it's...
It's going to be the cheapest plastic you can get, from, like the AMF Roadmaster of the 70s.
Oh,
He said that it was
the
supposed to
junk.
have side panels that he didn't
Yes,
have.
he said that there were side panels. Yes, that is what it is. Tom, once again, Tom to the
Mother of
rescue.
God.
Tom fucking nailed it. And
Mother of God.
this thing is,
Holy.
it's so fucking weird.
He didn't have
It's
the
cool.
side panels.
He didn't have the
though.
side panels, so
It's like the Papoose if you made
Yeah.
it in the 70s.
yes, and like there's things about it that are very, very French, like the integrated luggage rack, but the headlight assembly is just a hate crime. Like you know that the second you aim that headlight
Yeah.
assembly,
It just goes
It's just going to shatter instantly. Yeah, and it's just everything about it was delicate and going to break instantly.
Looks like it's got a nice seat on it.
I had never seen one of these in person, and yet he rode up on it, and he was not taking care of it.
How
he
many
was
laps do you think that did in the barrel races?
10,000. I think he was hate fucking it. I think he was like, I'm going to make this thing die because just so I don't have to ride it anymore. And he wasn't a little kid that was riding it either. But the lines on it, The lines on this thing are just should have come in the trunk of a Citroën. You know, it's just one of those things.
It looks like a jet ski.
It does. It really does. And
Oh, there it's folded.
that's folded. Yeah, that's the extent of the folding, by the way. It's just I pulled too hard on the handlebars. That's the extent of the folding. And then there's a little weird piece of plastic behind the pedal. And if you twist the little piece of plastic, because that's not fragile or anything, then it goes from being I'm a bicycle to this is how you start the engine. With that little tiny white piece of plastic behind the crank.
Yeah, I see it.
Because that's totally stable and reliable and not going to break by looking at it too hard.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what he showed up on. And I just thought it was like the wheels intrigue me. Like everything on this bike is like, I could sit here and look at this for a long time. Do you want one? Oh fuck no, I don't want one. But no, I've never seen one. Like
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing
Yeah.
I saw. Like even in the swap shop, I didn't really see that much interesting. It was all the same stuff this year to me.
here's the warning sign. This is how you know you got quality. Do not sit on machine when using center stand.
It'll crumple.
Yes, that's exactly right. They're
It's made
telling you.
It's made out of POC metal.
telling you. If the center stand is down,
Do not
don't
sit
sit
on
on the
it.
bike.
Yeah.
Because you're going to break its back. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to crack
Break
its
its legs.
spine.
Yep.
I like
Yeah.
the number plate.
That's
This is a much later one. It's got a very smaller
that's
and
a-
reasonable headlight.
Yeah, that's different.
The one we saw, the headlight was a double bagger.
You nailed it. It looked like a fucking alarm
does.
clock stuck
The
in the middle of the
70s.
handle.
yeah.
I still have a toilet radio from the 70s.
Yes,
It
it's a
does-
toilet radio
it does
for
look-
sure.
The toilet
Yeah.
paper holder radio.
Yeah, the
Did you
toilet
have a
paper
poop
holder
knife?
for sure.
That was the important question.
Ah, there you go.
No poop knife? All
No
right,
poop
you're
knife.
good.
Yeah, it was really, really, French. Totally French. Yeah, again, never seen one. Never had one roll up on me that I was aware of until this
I
one.
like the wheels. Those are cool.
I love the wheels. The wheels are beautiful. The wheels are like, it's one of those things where you're like, you pick out something nice about the bike.
Yeah.
Those wheels are really nice.
Well, because a lot of little bikes, I mean,
Just stamped
it's easier
steel
to do
garbage.
stamp steel.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
cheaper than to actually
Yeah.
make a nice rim for something like that, you know?
Oh, yeah. You look at this thing and you're like, you know, when all the kids got together and brought out their Moto pecans, this is the kid that said, I'm leaving mine at home. I don't want anyone to see me on this. Yeah. No, Tommy, it's a Moto pecan like your other friends have.
You know what I saw?
No, it's not.
that
This
I
is
had-
the AMF Roachmaster.
I was about to say, I hadn't seen one since like mine, like the AMF fucking.
Good.
Exactly what you're talking about. Right, but
Every
now-
year, I think we're finally rid of those fucking things.
But dude, I have a fond memory because I put 20,000 miles on one.
Well, I
in my
sent you the one
backyard.
on Marketplace.
No,
There's
I
one
know. but
$400.
Now they're turning brown. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
'cause
not even
they're-
orange
nope,
anymore. They just
the
like
sun faded.
yeah, it's insane. They're like a whole. Now they're shit brown. So
Yeah.
now they're
Oh,
totally
man.
bad and shit brown.
Come on.
Tom, what was the thing that you saw? Wait,
AMF Roadmasters were tan or orange.
Not anymore.
no, not anymore. No,
there
because the
were-
tan ones are probably white, and the
Yeah.
orange ones have turned brown.
Yeah.
But Tom, didn't you see some like 1920s or 30s?
Well, there
thing?
was those they were Chintaro or something. Value the folding ones.
The folding bikes.
Yeah.
They're
They all
been,
slide into each other about the size of a suitcase.
they have literally been sold under 73 different
Exactly.
names. Yeah, every suitcase. In
Value
fact,
pack or
the
something.
Val Pack or whatever. Right.
Right.
Yeah. It's literally
and
yeah.
the plastic side covers are always gone because
Yes.
they break in
I mean,
break in half.
I believe several of them wandered their way into skid mark.
yes,
Yeah.
and they're fun, but literally it is a Samsonite suitcase with a 125cc Predator motor shoved
You
into
had to
them.
have your fucking DNA all over that fucking Centauro with skid mark, didn't you? Yeah, I thought so.
Well, wait. So everybody
Yeah.
here, nobody bought anything except for somebody did. What did
I
you
did.
buy?
I bought
That's
two
Centaur.
bikes at Mid Ohio.
There's the Centaur for the people at home that want
See,
to
the
know what
bad
we're
thing with the
talking about.
Centaur is it had a Clinton motor.
Yeah.
And it had a weird like exhaust that went out the back, but like the sides were like the thinnest of the garbage
Yes.
plastic. Like they would
the
always
hardest thing in the
break.
world to find are those plastic side panels.
Yep, I had one. I ended up giving it away.
Yeah, that's usually that's kind of how it goes.
But so what,
And literally, it's two chromoly tubes
Mm-hmm.
that fold out of the bottom of the bike that hold the. And this was back when you were flying like what DC-5s.
Mm-hmm.
You folded them up and put them in the back of an airplane, which was literally leaking gasoline anyway. So
Well,
it
I
didn't
still
matter.
have 3 of the Fuji Go Devils,
Yeah.
which are all metal. They're all like really nice construction, and they're actually like probably 3/4 the size of the Centaur.
So what did you buy?
They're small. Oh, so I bought one of the bikes I bought was a Ward's mini bike. It was a 525 that was all original motor, original tires, grips, everything, and it ran big block 5, and I paid $400 for it. I think it's worth probably double that. But I also bought a Yamaha Champ, which wasn't running.
A ton of champs this year.
Well, this was the little one. It almost looks like a banana. My friend Cassie called it the banana split because it literally had like the frame. It's just like these weird little tube that looks like a banana, and it's all white plastic in it. But it's really cool, like little 5-star mags. Not that one in the middle. It's the Yamaha Champ.
It's this guy. It's the banana.
Yes.
The 1979.
Yes. So okay.
Because there was the Champ and the Chappie.
Again, and I tell everyone that everyone's selling stuff. So I'm just driving through the parking lot.
Shaft Drive. And
I look over there, and this guy has one of those, and only stopped because the guy also had a brand new Honda Trail 125 that only had like 30 miles on it. He goes, there was a guy that literally he wanted to buy every color of the Trail 125. And then he's like, I got a red one. I'll keep that. I'll sell the yellow one. Right. So it was brand new. I stopped and I was looking at it. I look over at the Yamaha Champ and I go, well, that's cool. What do you want for that? $200. And I go, what's wrong with it? He goes, here's video of it running.
Oh.
He's like, we just can't keep it running. And I go,
fair enough.
Okay. Would you take 150? He goes, no.
No.
And he goes, this is my son. And it's probably like 8 years old. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to negotiate. And I was like, okay.
Fair enough.
You don't know who you're talking to.
Lay it
Go
out,
ahead.
baby.
Yeah, what do you want? I said 150. He goes, I stick it at 200. And Dad's like, he's got cash.
Nice.
Dad was
Dad
actually,
wants it
I kind of
gone.
had the $200, but I'm
Yeah.
like, how about 175? And it made the kid happy.
Sure.
But yeah, everything is on there. Like I got it. It's kind of in pieces, but he's like, I got a new battery for it. I got this, and this. We cleaned the car.
Same
We just
motor
can't
and a
keep it running.
PW50.
Yeah. But it's the cutest little thing,
Yeah, they're cool.
Like I said, my friend Cassie called it the banana split. I'm like, that's perfect for
Well,
it.
if that's the same as a PW50, that fucker probably goes 45, 50 miles an hour. Right?
Not quite.
It'd be a nice little swap meet cruiser.
It was real good.
basket
Yeah,
on the back,
yeah. Yeah, we campaigned one of these Chappies for a while.
Those are cool.
I
like
thought
the
I liked the Chappie. I thought the Chappie was actually a great little pit bike.
Yeah.
They were really fun.
Well, the Yamaha Champ that has a stamp steel body that looks like the CT70.
Trail 70, yeah.
Those have a 2-stroke, 3-speed, 80cc, and the little Chappie was a 50cc 2-speed.
Yep.
Now, see, those were only like 76, 77.
Yeah, 2 years only.
Yeah,
super
I
short
saw a
run.
couple of those at Mid-Ohio that were either nice or destroyed.
I saw a blue one
Yeah.
that the guy was trying desperately to make it run, but every time he kicked it, I think it was bending the frame.
Yeah.
He was kicking it harder than anybody's ever kicked this bike, and it was a blue one, and it was not living its best life.
I don't think they made many of those because you see a ton of CT70s. You
right.
never see a Yamaha Champ.
Yeah, it just did
The
not.
Chappies
win.
are everywhere.
Yep,
They made a
Chappies
lot
are-
more than
yeah,
those.
Chappies
those
are-
in the Champ.
And tube frame champs are not hard to find. Yeah, but Mid Ohio is the place. Obviously, it's the place where all the weird bikes, the weird small bikes.
That's
go.
the problem with the swap meet is everyone's bringing the same exact stuff they brought the year before.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
you took it home that year. You're
Yep.
not going to sell it this year for more money.
It's
know?
not.
Like,
It's had its time.
you said it before, Phil. Read the room.
Yeah,
what is
read the
people
room, man.
buying?
All right,
you know.
So what is your guys go through? What did you think? Are prices where they should be? Are they still too high? Are they low? What's going on with prices?
I mean, we were selling shit cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, we were legitimately selling shit cheap. The funny thing is, we had a 300cc fuel injected bike for $999.
Yep.
And it was light a title, I'll give you that. But I feel like somebody would have taken a chance on it just to have a fuel injected, 300cc bike.
Right.
Tom is so fucking convinced he's going to some jet ski is going to magically fall onto it and it's going to be mechanically secure and sound, with no work whatsoever, of course.
Well, yeah.
He's just gonna sawzall a hole in the bottom of any jet ski, and it's just going to be like, boo, look at that, it fit perfectly.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, watch Junkyard Wars one time. Go back 20 years
Those
and watch
guys are pussies.
any episode of Junkyard Wars. Yeah. Okay,
was such a
tonight's
good show.
team on Junkyard Wars is Builder, and Builder. These 4 builders build cars, trains, airplanes, and helicopters. Here, watch them struggle fuck a fucking jet ski into a fucking scooter. Yeah. Yep. Tom's like, I could do that in 5 minutes.
Yeah, fuck it.
That was a great fucking show, man.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I love that show.
Absolutely great.
I forgot about it.
One of the greatest things to happen to Crichton after Red Dwarf. Yeah.
I sold my S65, and on
you did?
Yeah, and on Sunday I proved that the SSR will go 50 miles an hour on a racetrack.
There you go.
Oh my God. Wait a second. An SSR 125 with knobbies
Ooh.
And questionably attached
and
body
a
work.
60-year-old hippie,
Well,
right?
full tuck? Were you full tuck? Leathers?
Oh yeah, it was wide open.
Laying on the seat like rolling? I love to see that.
He's wearing the
No,
shirt.
come on, I'm a little old for lying.
That's
on the seat.
Kromke. That's Kromke and the SSR.
Bert didn't have a problem.
Yeah.
That was another thing, like lap for history. There was some crazy stuff out there, which they tell you no knobby tires and no dirt bikes. And
Apparently they said okay to the SSR 125.
I got a bit of a bone to pick. In fact, our AMA friends, if you're listening, this is
you
a
want a
little
refund,
bit.
don't you?
Listen, here's the thing. I planned for a year with Dave to race fucking Dave on Saturday, right?
Right, yeah.
Friday, standing with Mike, fireman Mike, he was like, oh, you know what? You can pre-buy your tickets. I was like, oh, that's a good idea because then I'm secured. I have a spot.
Yeah.
So I bought Friday
They
and
did
Saturday.
sell out Saturday.
Well, I bought Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Right.
I
You
went and
prepaid
did
for it.
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm prepaid for. I'm one of the guys that's already in.
Yeah.
I gave you my money.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have no rush to get up there. Oh, you're leaving at 12?
Yeah.
I'll get
I'll
there
be
at
right there, yeah.
11:55.
Yeah, right? I roll up and they're like, yeah, we're sold out. I'm like, yeah, no, that's fine. I bought my ticket yesterday. They're like, we don't go by the tickets. We go by the wristbands.
See, that's bull.
And so I was like, so why did I pre-buy my ticket?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I can't help you. And so I was going to get mad, but then somebody else got mad, and he looked like such an asshole that I'm like, I can't be mad.
Yeah,
I have to go
that's
away
true.
now.
That is true.
They
Well, we did the same thing, and we rode Sunday instead.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
There was like 80 bikes instead
Really?
of 300, and we
Yeah.
got to do 4 laps.
Oh, nice. I think
I
they do
was-
that on Sunday, 4 laps.
I was going to do it, but I was taking the tent down.
Rules: tires and speed. Street legal tires only. No knobby or dirt tires.
So-
Bikes must safely maintain at least 25 miles per hour. Gear: riders must wear a helmet, long pants, no shorts, and closed-toe shoes. Motorcycles must be clean and free of fluid leaks. Okay.
They didn't
All
say anything
right.
about riders' fluid leaks.
Well, when we went to go stage and we were sitting there and all these guys are like, some guys were like, that's a dirt bike, that's got knobbies on it. And a couple of the officials were coming over going, what do we do? What do we do? Do we kick them out? And the one guy comes over and goes, as long as there's no mud on them, let them go.
Yeah.
There's no mud on the tires. And like I said, there's some crazy stuff out there. There was a guy on one of those one wheel things where you stand and the wheels like in front of you in the, you know, and I was like, I can't believe they're letting him on the track, right?
What about the pit, not the pit bike, the micro bike, like the, you know, like
Oh yeah,
chainsaw
yeah.
motorbike?
I think he
dude?
went the one day and he didn't make it all the way around,
No,
right?
I think he blew
But
it
then
up.
the next day, I thought he made it around the next day or something.
Oh,
like that.
maybe, but that was a trip.
But the guy on the one wheel, I saw him and I'm like, oh my God. And again, my friend Cassie, she's on her moped. You know Cassie, she's on a moped, right? And she's loving, she's the first time she's ever been there, and she's going around the track. And we see this guy, we're coming down the back straightaway, and she's like full tuck. And I got video of her passing the guy on the one wheel, and I was just laughing because I'm like, oh, that's great. Like some of those people, like you see them and they're on the freeway and they're like fully leaned over. This guy was like way into it. I'm like, I could just see him coming off that straightaway into the first turn and just eating shit in the chicane.
Yeah.
But like,
You know what's interesting?
yeah, I can't believe they let him on the track with that thing.
Dude, watching the lap of history, seeing some of the people ride,
Yeah.
it's like these motherfuckers can't ride. like
There was one kid that went off the road on like a Baja, like a mini bike, like a Coleman.
I'm talking about like the big bikes.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you see these people and they can't make it around a racetrack
No.
at 35 miles
Right,
an hour.
right.
You're like, I don't want you on the road.
They get weird into like the turns. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but take the turn. What I was doing, you know, follow the lines that are already on the road because that's where you like
where the
follow
road
the
is.
lines,
Yeah,
you know?
Johnny Mack passed me. I was so sad. I was fucking sitting there.
Well, he had the
We-
momentum.
We kept up decently well together when I did it on Friday.
Yeah, we were fine.
I know how to pass Cinch. You just wait till he feels like he's comfortable and he's out there and, you know, he's doing, you know. But, in all fairness, you ran into the pace car, so, I mean, you really couldn't
I
go
blew my
anywhere.
wad. I blew my wad early. I fucked it up Friday. I got too hot. I didn't fall far enough back. I got on the sauce, and then next thing you know, I'm like, oh, I'm going to pass. Oh, that's the main dude. So I had to slow down. Like, whatever. What was it? Kenny Roberts or who was it?
Spencer, maybe.
Freddie Spencer.
Freddie Spencer.
So you had your days of thunder moment.
Dude, I do
Get
have.
out there and hit the pace car.
I
Yeah,
can
get
now
the pace
say
car.
that I was drafting Freddie Spencer on a racetrack. And I got it on fucking video, so there you go.
Well, I was drafting you for a little bit, waiting for my right moment, and it wasn't even about passing you; it was just getting space to get around you.
Yeah, right.
But then you came back around me, so you took the lead.
I did pass Harley Bob on the Dax at one point, but then he was having none of that. He would not let me pass him again.
He said he's going to bring his trophy that he won the fastest 2026 Dax award.
I swear, like when they get like, especially Saturday when it was sold out, and I mean it was like I don't know how many 300 people or something like that.
300.
It stretched out as soon as they took off and like we're hanging back and almost got lapped.
Oh yeah,
because it's like it's so you get on the starting grid, and when they take off, you're still like waiting to go. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It's
a lot
fun.
of fun.
If you've never done it, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You just have to.
I'm sorry, I only did it Friday. I don't know why I didn't do it Saturday.
Well, you guys were talking about going riding in the woods. A lot of people don't understand. They don't want you in the woods before the race because they have it mapped out. They have it, they don't want kind of manicured. They don't want you rutting it up and everything else. Then when the hair scramble is over, because it's only Friday, when it's over, go in there. But then they have it roped off for the trials.
Yeah, and there's certain areas, like if it says restricted, don't fucking go in the
Well,
restricted.
they did block off the hill, especially in the back by the RV camping, because I think a lot of people are trying to drive golf carts down there.
That was one of the smartest things they've ever done.
They put
putting the gate up by the hill climb.
Yeah.
Because we can tell you that Moto Pete is convinced you can get a Stella or a PX 150 Vespa up that goddamn thing.
I don't think so.
And I'm going to tell you,
not on street tires.
I was present.
Before it was the hill climb, I rode up that on my CL 100. I was like, well, I rode down it very easily. It was a struggle to get it back up.
This was the one where they had the metal gates there where we first pulled up.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the one I went.
I figured out.
But you can go down this way and turn around and come back up.
Yeah.
The one on the other side, I didn't ever try that.
No, I don't think anybody should.
I would on it
without a helicopter
on your bike.
I figured out what Pete was doing possibly. So people take guitars, right? And you can relic them. So I don't get it. You take a brand new guitar, you beat the shit out of it,
drag it
people
behind
pay
your car.
a bunch more money, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's Pete.
He
probably
relicked that Vespa.
He's a Vespa relicer.
He relicked that Vespa. He did because it was
pristine,
unrecognizable.
Yeah. I didn't know you could put that many dents without the panels falling off.
Seriously, I gotta say, it was evenly fucked.
Yeah,
it was hurt on every corner.
Yeah,
and when the bell rang and it was like he can't do it anymore, and the guy showed up with a Bobcat recovery vehicle. When the guy shows up the Bobcat ATV, and they just picked it up and threw it on its side. Yeah. This is a vehicle that showed up upright in the back of the truck with cloths under the tie-down straps.
Like carefully tied down.
Like we don't want the tie-down straps to scratch the paint on this thing.
And let's not forget, this was Thursday.
Right. Yeah. And then it was sliding around on the back of a Bobcat on the metal, on the metal deck.
It took Pete 6.5 hours to go from I arrived to Mid-Ohio to I am completely fucking shit-hammered and I destroyed my fucking motorcycle.
And he stays there.
Yeah,
he will not wipe his face off.
Yeah.
He's that dirty little kid that you just want to wipe his face off. He will not wipe his face off.
He was in it. He was in it for the entire blood and soul of the experience.
I got no problem with that.
What's going on at Flat Out, man? What's your next big event? You got something going on?
I don't think so.
No?
Yeah, you do.
Doing any fun bike nights?
The 18th?
Isn't the sober bike night?
The dry bike night.
15th, I think.
We're not going to be back.
Yeah, we're going to be in Colorado.
Oh, that's why it's the dry bike night.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to Colorado. Me and Pete. So that's the one thing I was like, I wasn't going to do it because of so much going on with the Flat Out Garage.
Right.
And I was like, and one of the guys dropped out. Who dropped out?
Johnny Reinhardt.
No, the other guy.
Oh, Steve Held.
Steve Held tore his ACL.
Achilles.
Oh my God.
So yeah, he can't ride. So I said, well, I'll probably go.
Right.
And now Johnny Reinhardt backed out and health problems. So now me and Pete get the honor of driving the truck and trailer to Colorado. Cortez.
At Cortez, baby.
Colorado.
Yep.
What are you guys riding?
We're going to do the Colorado BDR.
I'll be on my 250. 250L. You were talking about the 250F.
Yeah.
You're talking about the 250F. I don't know what the difference is between the 250L. Everyone keeps asking me if my bike's like a 450 because it's so big in stature, which your bike, I mean, the newer ones, they just look like they're smaller.
It just looks like every other red Honda dirt bike. I don't know if it's the same
motor.
Yeah.
But even the hair scramblers, I didn't know like you could race like a newer XR200.
Yeah, they were out there.
Because they haven't changed the
going
motor.
Mad. Yeah.
I want to race next year. I want to build a race bike. Okay. Either hair scramble or trials. I want to do trials.
The video of the hair scrambles.
I figure I could have done both on my bike.
Why didn't you?
Because I'm like, why
you
don't
should have wore the
I guess you
ferry
will next year because then you can get in Thursday morning at 0700.
Wear the ferry outfit.
Wednesday,
that's right. You can get in even earlier. Yeah, you can.
I don't think I need more days of Mid-Ohio.
The Bourbon Ferry hair scramble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Why not?
I mean,
threaten me with a good time.
Try to stop me.
The one thing that's kind of nice about it being dusty is once you get a good crust layer, you don't stink anymore. You don't have to shower anymore.
The stuff that came out of my nose on Monday. Wow.
Right?
I mean, it was pretty something.
Yeah.
I know, like prior to that, I blew my nose several times and I was like, okay, that tracks, that's good. But something had worked its way up into my upper sinus passageways and it didn't drain itself. It didn't come down properly until Monday evening. And I was riding my bicycle and I was like, whoa, wait, something just moved. Something just moved. And I shot a caterpillar out of my right nostril. And it was like,
oh, my word.
It hit the ground and I was like, ooh, did that crawl up my nose or is that just like 18 layers of dirt? And it was 18 layers of dirt. It was multicolored and all the good shit.
On Sunday night, I got home and I was going to take a shower and I scratched my eye or did something, and like a ball of dirt came out of my eye.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck was this? Like, it was insanely large, man.
Yep.
Oh, insane.
I went to the med station because, one, my ankle was twice the size of my other one.
Oh, God.
And two, I had a piece of gravel in my eye, and they're like, oh, yeah, we've done a bunch of these.
I've done a bunch of those. Yeah.
So I'm like, I need comfort because I had to get packed up and leave, and I'm like, I need wrapped, I need my eye fixed, I need to be able to get out of here.
Took advantage of their aid station.
Yeah.
Which
That's
was
nice.
Which
is the closest thing to socialism you're going to get at Mid-Ohio.
But which was crazy because Luke killed himself and was bleeding everywhere, and he went in there and there was nobody there.
That's the funniest thing ever is the fact that Luke, who's 6'2", giant Viking horse god that he is, took a header off of a Metropolitan, a Honda Metropolitan, that for the first time in its life exceeded 35 miles an hour because it was going down a very steep hill. And at the bottom of the steep hill, the ditch monster grabbed him.
Yeah.
So as the bike was going by, the ditch monster reached out and grabbed the bike and said, I'm keeping the bike. But he went forward on his nipples and his hands. And I was like, that was pretty something. So I shot up and got Piper and John, and I was like, he's laid open pretty good. Like, there was a decent amount of chicken meat showing out of his arm. And I was like, I want him to go in there and get it flushed really good. And I want him to get a nice, good, sterile dressing on that thing. It turns out he went in there and the place was vacant. He's just walking around in there. And I was like, so did you help yourself with all the supplies you need to give yourself first aid? He's like, no, I didn't. I didn't bother. I was like, oh. So he came back to the camp and we had to patch him up. So we did. But fortunately, everybody there.
They gave me 4 ibuprofen. And I'm like,
oh, they did?
Oh, 4? And they're like,
well,
yeah, take 4.
Okay.
I'm like, all right. I didn't hurt.
Yeah. I think that we did. I think our field expedient healthcare that we had going on was pretty solid. I was pretty happy
checked
with it.
You didn't have to have insurance. So I was
no,
like, oh, it's free.
No, it's free. It's an aid station. Aid stations are always free.
Well, you should have like a first aid station next to the not a ramp.
Not a.
Because remember, at the one point in the middle of the night, we hear "wee," and then you hear the guy hitting the trash can, going, "Oh!" We look over and like he didn't know it was not a ramp.
Dude, that guy hit that trash can so hard,
right into the trash,
and it
can.
was full.
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
When he hit it, it moved a lot. I was very shocked at how far that moved.
The trash can
he got right back up.
Well, the trash can was several like you'd have to be going at a 50-degree angle at not a ramp.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
He did.
No, we moved the trash can up to protect the MP3 at one point.
Yeah, at one point the MP3 got swatted.
The MP3 crashed and it wasn't even running.
Yeah, the MP3 managed to crash while stationary.
It managed to hurt somebody without anybody riding
It's like
it.
a tipping goat.
I'm going to tell you right now, the Heart of Steel Award for the FEMA camp goes out to Luke Lipari because Luke was there for everything. He was Bourbon Ferry security, and he took it seriously. He's walking around with a stogie. He's got his stogie going. Angry leprechaun. But also, many people got injuries, wounded, and Luke is a straight up legit. He's a very good guy to have around if you get cut yourself open. Yeah. He's really good at what he's got going on. And he was right there with a good first aid program. And then I was very honored. I got to tape him up later on in the night. So he got a little pipe burn, got a little snake bite. So we got him taped up.
I got me a good leg burn.
Many.
Yeah, man.
But
you know what's kind of cool?
Yeah.
Is that like if you're a motorcycle dude, you're like CT70?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, CT70. I recognize that one anywhere.
It's a rite of passage.
That pipe, that's the exact spot that pipe hurts.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
You got your brand.
Yeah.
So interesting thing happened to Piper's bike. It was loud. I knew it was loud. I thought the exhaust had rusted out. Well, I took it apart and pulled it off and got the heat shield off. And here it was split, like wide open. And I think, I know exactly. It had to be, I left it out in the wintertime for a little while. It must have melted, filled the pipe with water because it's a U pipe.
And it
expanded. Froze and cracked because it was solid as shit. It just split.
Oh, wow.
So I tapped it back together and welded it. And I was like,
oh, that's cool.
You lost me at I left it outside all winter.
All winter.
Not all winter,
And
but
then-
for a while. And I took a picture of him like, oh, if it's cold, they're cold. Bring them in.
Yeah, bring him in.
What bike was this?
Exactly.
Piper's little Trail 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was.
mean, you can get a replacement.
Yeah,
exhaust
they're not
for
even hard to
nothing.
get.
Yeah.
You can, but
Yep.
I'm cheap. And
Bruce piped in and said his buddy Tom got forced to the ground by a Harley rider eager to find a place to park on the main road.
Yeah,
he
we
got
were
his road
all-
rash taken care of.
all
at
the
med
confusion.
station.
all the confusion.
And he only broke a clutch lever.
We were all very confused when that news came in because we were
Yeah.
like, Tom did just take the downtown 300 to the showers.
Yeah, Becky made him a cocktail. She was all worried that he was going to be dead.
She was convinced.
Well, wait. So we got to explain. So we had a Mid-Ohio group text going.
Right. Correct.
And so Bruce is on our Mid-Ohio group text because he's part of the crew. And so when he said Tom, he did not specify which Tom. So
did
we
not.
all assumed it was this Tom.
Of course.
But it was a
Because if there's anything that's going to take me out, it's either a Harley or an Ultima.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were all praying it wasn't going to be a Harley.
Yeah.
Right.
But then we're all sitting there wondering how bad Tom is hurt. Then he just comes moseying on up, fucking completely
Yeah.
unscathed.
Totally unscathed.
We're
Freshly
completely
washed.
confused. And then John goes, oh, it's other guy Tom.
Yes. It was the other Tom. Yeah, it was very confusing for a while. Yeah.
Moto Hop, $2. Don't forget the wrong Tom versus the Harley.
Yes, the wrong Tom. Right. It could have been anybody, but it was the other Tom. Yeah, it was really strange because the guy eating shit right into our trash barrel.
Yeah.
Again, another hero award. Mm-hmm. Absolute hero award. Thursday, apparently, pre-game hero moved. The Biddles stole a shitter.
Yeah. I mean, allegedly.
No, it's done now. Statute of limitations is over. I don't care.
Yeah.
I was looking out to the field when I was waiting in line, and I said, I understand the system. 4 shitters. Another 5 rows later, 4 shitters. Not nearly enough shitters. And then another 5 rows later, 3 shitters. And then 1 lonely shitter out by our camp. And I was like, that's a strange stacking protocol.
This was discussed a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it was executed.
But they
quite
executed
professionally.
it perfectly.
Quite professionally. I was so proud of my friends when I rolled up and I was like, we have our own shitter. Mm-hmm. And Tony was like, yeah, we do.
And almost 3 of the days, I got up early because I don't drink, you know, whatever. It was like clean. It was a clean shitter at 7 a.m. It was like the greatest thing ever.
I went in there twice.
They did actually suck it out.
Well, I went in there twice with industrial baby wipes.
Oh,
with
nice.
the Gator wipes.
Yeah.
So I went in there with Gator wipes twice, and I gave it a gave it a quick cleanup.
It's nice to
Yep.
keep it
Yep.
fresh. Keep it fresh. Yeah.
And then on Friday night, I put a Cyalume light stick in there
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
to make it very, to increase the ambiance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Right where I was camping, right by the camp area sign, right when you first come in, underneath that sign, and then directly turn to the left in the family camping area.
In the family
there's
camping.
2 porta potties right by where we were. And much to my amazement, I get a text in the morning from my buddy Thomas, and he goes, "Don't go in the left one." And I stupidly opened the picture, and there's
It was
some
crowning.
Hershey squirts
Yep,
right all
it
over
was-
the place.
ugh.
But the guys came and they had the little, like hose and everything. They cleaned it up really quick. I
All right.
was amazed, but I'm like, yeah. I immediately sent a picture to Brian.
Yes.
from Skid
But-
Mark.
Absolutely.
But here's
He's
the-
like, that's awesome. It's Mid Ohio.
Here's something I got to tell Mid Ohio though. All right, when you put the porta potties, if you put them with the fronts right on the area where everybody's riding,
Right.
I saw 2 times guys going like a kid, usually like a 12-year-old kid on a YZ80, going like 600 miles an hour, get to slam into a door opened up. So there's a dude getting out of the shitter. He's getting out. And the kid is going, wham! Right? Everybody's in shock. The dude getting out of the shitter is like, what the
don't give
fuck
enough
just
room, right?
happened?
And he gets shot back into the shitter. Yeah.
I'll tell you how you can prevent that. Just shit with the door open.
Yeah, right. The 2 that were right by us, where they had them, both crappers were on an angle because there was a
Right.
ditch, and they were on a hill. So, like, when you were peeing, you're standing like this.
What? Come
I
on.
was flipping around, and, then
And when
the
you
one
sit
time-
down,
yeah.
they roll backwards down the hill.
You were literally on an angle like this, and it wasn't great, but
That's so evil.
yeah, they need to put
That's
them on
terrible.
Level ground.
It's easy. It's just, you don't have to work hard.
Well, just
it's
think
just
about
an easy
this, though.
thing.
70,000 people eating bullshit and snacks and crap for fucking 4 days.
Not at our camp.
Well, no, we ate well. But I'm saying, like,
I
you
never
went-
ate so fucking healthy.
Dude, I went past some camps and they would have 36 bags of beef jerky. That
Yeah.
turns into needing a poop night.
How was that shepherd? Hey, Sleepy, how was your shepherd's pie?
Oh, fucking
It was
ridiculous.
amazing.
It was incredible.
Every single day, the Irish food, everything, man. You got it's fucking amazing.
She planned for like 2 weeks.
The food, the level of our cuisine at the FEMA camp was just insane.
Well, that's
It
the
was
thing.
just off the hook.
We had one listener come up and he's like, "Hey, you guys always say that you have something to eat. You got some crackers or something?" I'm like, "Well, no, there's shepherd's pie, right?"
There's literally trays of food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody came in there like, "So is there anything to drink?" And I was like, "There's 40 bars on there's 40 bottles on the bar right now. And we have several people here that are talented, well, semi-pro bartenders
Right.
who would be very happy to make you a drink. Just tell us what you want. Tell us what you like. Because we have mixes, we have washes. We can make a lot of different cocktails."
Oh, and drunk Phil can make interesting shots.
Oh,
you were cooking up all kinds of shit.
I was not even drunk.
A little bit of this. A little
Well,
bit of
no,
that.
what I was trying to do was I was trying to make Shanky's work. And so I'm not a Shanky's guy. So my goal was, okay, Shanky's is here. Let's see with the smallest, let's see if I can make a 2-ounce Shanky's cocktail.
But how you presented it, I was just off on the cut listening.
Yeah.
And this dude was like, "Hey, what do you got over there?" And you were like, "Let me make you a shot."
That's what I said. Let me make you a shot. What do you want? And it's always tough when you're asking somebody like, "What do you want?" And people are like, they instantly get stage fright, like they've never drank anything in their life, and they're like, "Well," I was like, "Well, what are you going for? What's your flavor profile?"
Here, have
Like-
some Shankies and peanut butter moonshine.
That was the best. The Shankies with the peanut butter moonshine, and just a kiss of Fireball.
And a shot of insulin.
Yes.
An insulin chaser. Yeah, that turned out to be better than it should have been. Was the Shankies, the peanut butter moonshine, and just
It was halfway decent with the apple cinnamon stuff.
and the
too.
apple cinnamon was really good. Yeah,
Sure was.
Yeah, the apple cinnamon was really nice with the Shankies. Yeah, that worked out. That was a very much an apple pie.
Absolutely.
That was good.
Being there and watching everybody.
Yeah.
If anybody, there were several people that overserved themselves
Yes.
to the point of just being,
Comatose.
insanely comatose.
Yeah.
And so if we ever hear that we didn't provide anything,
Oh
I'm
my
going to slap
God.
the fuck out of somebody.
Well, by the time for the Bourbon Fairy to make his crawl,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, we got to fill this bottle. And I went over there and looked at the depletion,
Yeah.
right? there were some people there that knew how to drink because they'd only gone after the premium bottles.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Who
And,
would do that?
who would do that?
Do such a thing.
Who would do that?
Meanwhile, 90% of this table right now were the guilty parties.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you, Kromke's going to be really happy to hear this. There was a bottle of Willet that showed up that I wisely kept away from you fuckers.
Don't look at me. I have to say, for my particular...
I was handed a bottle of Willet, and I was like, well, just shut your fucking mouth. And he was like, well, I was like, you figured right. I'm going to go hide this in my truck right now.
This isn't for everyone.
This is not for the party.
No.
This is not for people who are like, I like some booze. Give me some booze.
This is going in
That
my-
bottle looks great. I'm going to stick it in my ass.
This is going in my dishwasher. the
There's a
second I get
reason
home.
why we have plastic bottles of things.
In case you don't know what a bottle of Willet looks like,
Wait.
you rub it and a genie comes out, or it's the most likely bottle to be keistered.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
Great for hand-to-hand combat.
That is a bottle that is most likely to end up
there it
at one
is.
of our parties in somebody's butt. Yeah. The Willet bottle is very, very likely to end up in somebody's
For
butt.
the record,
Yeah.
as much as I missed him without a naked Jim,
Yeah.
I'm 50% up on my stash at the end of the weekend.
Oh, yeah, because we only smoked out. I only smoked out on Friday. I think you and I smoked out on Saturday.
Friday.
Friday,
So it's
yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah, we smoked out Marshall on Friday, which was perfect. It was just the right amount. And
Well, we were about to go to bed, and I was about done, and Marshall
Yeah.
said, I could really use one
no,
hit.
Marshall had the hiccups.
Yeah, and he said, I could really use one hit.
Right.
I said, say no more. I can definitely burn
Yeah, that
one."
was hilarious. I was like, you twisted his fucking arm.
I know. It's
Watch
hard.
this. But yeah, I just had a little bit on Friday,
Was a
and then
delight.
Friday night had a shut me down.
There
Yeah.
was a kid, and hopefully he's listening because I love this kid. But he came up and he wanted to smoke with me really bad.
Okay, yeah.
So he brought his best shit, and like he was like,
Right.
yeah, he was like, "Yeah, okay." And so I smoked the whole bowl by
Right.
accident, and I gave it back to him.
By accident.
And then I was like, my turn.
My turn.
He didn't know you were the white.
He had no idea he was smoking the Willie.
Yeah, the white, the white
So
Snoop Dogg.
I pulled out a 54% fucking infused joint,
Right.
Nice.
and fucking smoked it and hit him, and I didn't see him the
Right.
rest.
He
of the
was gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's still lost in the woods,
He's-
trying to find his way out.
Speaking of Lost in the Woods, cheers to Michael Zimborski, because Michael Zimborski just threw down $5 a month, because we do still have Patreons, and we did get to meet a lot of our Patreons
We did.
Yes.
at the thing.
Never meet your heroes.
Never. Oh my God, that one guy.
Right.
That guy showed up with his dad. His dad was about 114 years old, and he goes, "I've listened to every single one of your podcasts, some of them twice." And he goes like, certain episodes. And I was like, yeah, I know Chocolate Thunder. Yeah. And he goes, yeah. He goes, but my dad just can't get enough of them. My dad thinks they're hilarious. So anytime I'm taking my dad to a doctor's appointment or anything else, we got to listen to Cleveland Moto podcast. My dad loves it. And his dad looks up, and his dad is seriously, he's way over 100 years old. And his dad looks up and goes, oh, these are the Cleveland guys. Oh shit! You guys are fucking hilarious. And it was like, I was like, yeah, cool. That's great. Because we're just trying to talk about motorcycles and maybe help you solve a little problem or two along the way. And he's like, no, it's just, it's like the cursing. It's the cursing. It's the drinking and the cursing. And I was like, come on, man. We're not just like a one-trick pony. We got sober people in our podcast.
We just have three
I
tricks.
had the opposite happen. So there was this dude standing off in the cut, and like he was only there on I think Friday. I think it was a one-dayer, right?
Oh,
and
wow.
he was really tall and kind of like just being shy.
Okay.
And I go, hey man, what's up? You want to come over and have a drink or anything? He's like, oh no. He goes, so is the motorcycles and misfits here? And I go, well, Liza, yeah, she's up over there and stuff like that. And she goes, well, who's are all these people? And I go, well, we're Cleveland Moto. He goes, oh, yeah, I can't listen to you guys.
That's the greatest compliment. You should have said that's the greatest compliment we ever got. Yeah.
Where's the motorcycles and misfits? Oh, come and drink our drinks and eat our food. No, I can't listen to you guys.
Sleepy?
Yes, sir.
That's the back of the new shirt. 1 star.
1 star.
Yeah.
No, he was like, he goes, no, there's too much swearing and your content is way over. I can't do you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You're not hurting my feelings, bud.
We're not for everybody.
Like, if nobody listened, we would still do this.
I was going to say, it would be easier.
Yeah, right.
We don't have to satisfy anybody.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have to. Tom's like, you have 6 minutes, guys. Get downstairs.
Get in my garage.
We wouldn't have to cook all the food. We would have to do everything else. If we did it, literally, I promise you guys that are out there listening to this right now, if you weren't there, we would still be avoiding the bar together. Like, this group of people would still be hanging out, shooting the shit, trying not to get a DUI.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the funny part. The people that have been on the cast know this.
Right.
But it's like we sit here and jabberjaw for 3 hours on here, and then you'd think we'd be like, all right, boys, see you next week. No,
We spent another
it's
couple
2.5
hours outside.
No. At 1 o'clock in the
Smoke like
fucking
a whole pack of cigarettes outside after this.
1 o'clock in the fucking morning, I literally look at my wrist and go, "Well, it's time for me to go to fucking bed."
You may think the podcast is over, but
That's Cleveland Moto after hours.
My boss wants me to be at work tomorrow.
we get real dirty.
Now,
after the podcast.
if you're the $500 a month Patriot,
after
hours. You
Yeah,
can come and hang out.
outside.
That's when we tackle the real issues of the world.
Okay, first of all,
We're gonna solve some
we've had
world
plenty of
problems.
people doing this podcast that were at the $1 a month level or the $0 a month level. Anybody who's ever said they want to be on the podcast, we've always just been
We've
like,
paid them
I
money
had a
to come
couple
on.
ladies coming over and offering to buy a drink. I'm like, you don't have to buy a drink.
I thought
Come
that
over
was
to the
adorable.
Where's the tip jar? I'm like,
Yeah.
the tip jar is
Yeah.
drinking.
The reason they wanted to buy it is because they were 17.
Well, they did have to.
Hey.
I'm kidding.
No, that
I'm
mama
kidding.
with the big.
as Bourbon Ferry security, I did card everyone.
Right, of
Yeah.
course.
Everyone. Everyone that looked even slightly under 40. And honestly, there was nobody that stepped up that looked under 40. No, I'm lying.
There was a couple that was like, oh no.
You did. You told that there were 3 girls that showed up,
I'm like,
and
no.
John looked at them and just was like, no. This is not what the Bourbon Ferry does.
I realized last year when I started going, "Hey, ID, give me your ID." It was time for me to bounce.
There was a couple girls over by where they were jumping over the barrel. They
Yeah.
had the plank right
Step
on the
up.
top.
Yeah, the step up. Yeah.
And the one girl's like, "Oh, we're out of beer. Oh, where are we gonna get beer?" And
Where are we gonna
I
get
looked at him like,
beer?
"Oh my god, are you like 15, 16 years old? What the?
We're looking for a malt beverage.
Where's the beverages?"
That was like the
We
year I
like to
put.
consume one human beer.
I put up the ladies' night drink free on the back of my
Yes.
RV, and the only thing to show up was these 3 like 15-year-olds in
Yeah.
a golf cart. Like,
Right.
can we get a drink? And I'm like, here you go. Here's
So-
your waters.
So speaking
3 waters coming right up.
speaking
I'm
of
like,
teenagers
So
and bars,
kombucha.
So you give it the non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah.
so teenagers and bars, we got pictures and confirmation that the bar was rescued.
Yes.
by AMA.
That's correct.
volunteers.
We tried to leave the bar for the Jawas.
Right.
We had no reason to bring it with us. None whatsoever. So, a command
was it,
decision,
Patrick?
Tom said,
I just left it behind.
Fuck it.
It was
a
held
freebie.
together with thumbtacks.
Right.
and things.
Literally, and things.
Like
The
the
Shanky's Whip banner was structural.
It was structural. And so I was like, fuck it, we'll just leave it behind. I got it for free.
Yeah.
And Patrick wasn't stayed till Monday.
Was it?
And sent
Yeah.
photos or on the chat
Yeah.
of
It's
the
so
2
fucking
girls
cool.
in a golf cart that worked for the AMA or whatever, picking it up to take it back to the volunteer campsite.
I love that.
So they're
Fucking
taking
cool.
it back and they're immortalizing it at the little
I
camp that they
think
have
that's
right at the front.
wild.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Exactly.
Moto Hop thought that this comment was worth $5. No, 2 hours in Tom's backyard and an hour drive back to Akron. That is correct. You should not have wasted your $5.
I love the fact that Matt from
Well,
Moto
thank you
Hop
very much,
paid
Matt.
$5 to claw his way to the front
Yes.
with that banger. Yeah. Well done, Matt. I appreciate that.
Thank you,
Missy right now is very pissed at him.
Right.
$5.
Justin's, he's up about $600 because he always lands them and doesn't pay the $5.
Oh, he doesn't. Nice. He's riding for free.
Yeah.
So you guys know what Superbikes this weekend at?
Yeah.
Are you going to that?
I'll tell you tomorrow if I win tickets from Sunday.
No, because they were telling me, and I know this is a thing that like if you have the tickets for AMA and you have the tickets for Superbike, you could just stay the whole week.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Really?
You could just stay.
Oh my God!
Like you could just keep your spot. And I'm thinking about it next year just because I'm gonna stay all week and ride through the freaking trails. Like they're not like Superbike. They're not gonna have the trails all blocked off. Just stay.
No, just
serious.
stay. Oh my
there's
God!
great
That's what they said. You
roads.
could just do it.
And there's great roads. You're already half
Yeah,
down.
you're already
south.
down there.
Just go
I'm
take a
thinking
fucking
about it
poke.
next year just because I got a couple buddies that are going to Superbike. They're like, "Hey, you coming down?" And I was like, I don't know.
And they do track days on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yes.
So you could literally do the event, bring your track bike,
Yes.
get in heads. See, that's why I didn't do it though, because I don't know if my headspace would be right to go 160 miles an hour on Monday.
It'd almost be better to do Superbike first, then Vintage
Yeah,
Days,
that's
because
true.
that's the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
of the party. And
So here's the picture from Tony. If you want to throw
there
it
it
up.
goes.
There it is. There's the AMA. There's the Vintage Days staffers, just totally stealing, resurrecting, saving,
freely given.
freely. Yes, absolutely. Right. That is it.
To the
They also have a collection of camp chairs.
on Saturday night before. Wait, what time was it? No, I was going to bed. Yeah, Saturday night or Friday night.
Yeah.
What night was Saturday night? Was the crazy night, right? Yeah. So Friday.
Saturday
night.
night was the night the sheriffs all showed up.
Okay, so Friday
Yeah.
night, I'm sitting there. I'm talking to Marshall. I think I was talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
We were hanging out, and you were like, I was like, you know what, dude, I got to go to bed. You're like, yeah, you left. I go to bed, and I trip over a dude who's like vomiting on himself everywhere. laying on the floor.
Poor guy.
And so I'm like, oh, I
Poor
can't leave
dude.
this guy. Then this dude comes flying up, and he's like, that's my buddy. I'm so sorry. I'm like, he's like, I'll clean your rug. I'm like, dude, it's a plastic
It's
rug.
plastic.
It's made for this.
Right?
Like, you know, it's fine. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, do me a favor though. Like, make sure like you don't let him die. That's all I'm asking. Because I really want to go to bed, and I'm not going to be able to sleep if I think somebody's dying out here.
Right,
And he was like,
exactly.
all right, I'm good. So
Yeah.
fine. So whoever you were, I hope you recovered, and I know you're probably just sobering up now. So
Oh man, so many people came through the FEMA camp, and they're like, "Oh, what you got going on here is pretty interesting, and that's great." And then we just had one or two randos that came through, and the one guy, you know who you are. Your name is Bucky, and Bucky showed up, cowboy hat, white cowboy boots, pointy toes. Here's 3 things I know about Bucky. 1, Bucky cannot keep track of his small motorcycle because it's camouflaged. And it turns out a camouflaged small motorcycle is not the way to win Mid-Ohio, especially if you lose things, right? So he'd lost his camouflaged small motorcycle, and he'd wandered through the FEMA camp thinking that it was in strange places, like Tom's Cooler, right? And
you never know. Never know.
yeah, right?
How'd this get in here?
Wow, is this my motorcycle? No, it's a Killian's Red.
Bucky's telling a similar story somewhere else. He's like, these guys kept falling for this story. I kept looking
Yeah.
at the cooler. Yeah.
And so
Is this it? No, it's a Guinness.
I was very much aware of the game Bucky was playing, but I also was Patrick and I were kind of enjoying having Bucky around because Bucky was a well-lubricated red hat enthusiast. But he wanted to make sure everybody at the FEMA camp knew that. And that's what he led with.
that's crazy. The whole weekend, I don't think
I was completely politics free the entire time until
whole time.
Bucky showed up.
That's what should be on the big sign that says AMA 250 years. Leave your politics outside.
Leave your politics outside. Bucky came in,
Full guns blaring.
guns loaded for
Yeah,
bear.
yeah.
And he showed up. But Patrick and I were just like, at some point, I felt like we were tossing a milk ring to a cat. And Bucky just keep grabbing the milk ring and trotting it right back to us. And we were just like, okay. But eventually, he started making some of the other people at the FEMA camp a little uncomfortable. And so then it started with the Bucky, you have to leave now, Bucky. Bucky, you've got to go. We've asked you 3 times nicely to go. I can't leave here until I find my bike. And I was like, he's looking under the U-Haul. He's looking everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And so one of our associates said, whose bike is that? And I was like, it's small. It's camouflaged. Bucky, is that your bike? And Bucky's like, oh, no, that's not my bike. I left it over there. And we're like, so we walked him over to the bike. And I actually got to say the British line that I wanted to say my entire life. on your bike. And he did. And he got on his bike and he proceeded to not fuck off and then rant more political bullshit from his bike. So we eventually, under threat of humiliation, Bucky was asked to leave the FEMA camp in the nicest way possible.
We have voted you off the island.
He
Please
was
leave.
voted off the island. But that only happens occasionally. He wandered in, and I feel for him because his parents named him Bucky.
You know, you can change your name.
I think
It is
he
a
changed it
thing.
to Bucky.
Oh, Lord.
I think there's a strong chance he changed it to Bucky. So he was the only one that was. His
cease and desist is coming from the giant gas station as we speak.
I think right because they're very litigious.
You must stop using the
Throw
name
that picture
Bucky.
up for anybody who didn't attend. Yeah, that wraps it up. That sums it up. That right there, just yep. Drinker Bell was in full effect.
I just went from 6 to midnight. I'm getting flashbacks of Saturday night.
I can smell this picture.
I thought that was a chick.
Yeah, that is on the launch. That is we're still standing in front of Nada Ramp. Look at how full the bottle of Jack Daniels is.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Oh,
and then
yes.
then everything
later, that would be empty.
and everything around Luke's right his beardelier. John Nedrotowski offered
Yes.
up his beardelier.
Well, I technically asked him for it.
You did. Well, it was well done, sir. Well done. You were looking out for the whole crew. It takes
I
a
figured
village.
it would come in handy.
It did come in very fucking
and
handy.
he actually reminded me he had a spare.
Oh, he did? He brought an extra one?
Yep.
Yep. And then there's
His I Love
Ivy.
Moto Mom shirt, by the
Yep.
way, is just on top.
Yep.
Yeah, there she is.
So there's Ivy doing her 293rd jump of the Nada Ramp.
Now, granted, what people don't
full
understand,
tank of gas.
what people don't understand, if
Yeah.
you don't know about her, is 3 years ago she had never ridden a motorcycle before.
She did not.
And then, like, the same year that she had never ridden one, she learned how to ride a clutch bike. Then
Right.
she came back last year, and then she learned how to wheelie.
Yes.
And now
Yeah.
she's jumping fire.
She's jumping fire. It's the natural progression.
It's my
crowd
personal
surfing
opinion that
burnout.
next year she's going to have 5 seconds on Hunter around the track.
Oh, God.
I say by next year she's going to be part of the
Or
Nitro
Carter,
Circus
Carter,
or
I'm
some
sorry.
shit
Carter,
like
yeah.
that.
Well,
She did
that's
great.
that's
She's going to have 5
dedication.
seconds on Carter next year.
She did great. It's the madness that is Mid-Ohio.
Oh, yeah, there's that video
Yeah.
of Jim. My
Yeah,
buddy
there's-
Jim. Watch
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
His video's got over
This
a
is going to be
million
just
views.
eat shit.
He just went over,
Yeah.
He was fine.
He was fine.
in the
He-
Kmart
look,
cart.
This
oh, yeah,
is
because
this is
somebody cut him off.
the full send.
No, he was trying to
No,
do a donut.
He was going
trying to spin it around.
He was literally
But he
trying
missed
to
the-
drift it.
He missed the mark.
Yeah, he missed the mark.
There was a mark and he missed
Yeah,
it.
he was trying to drift it, and
But
it turns out it dug in.
He does that with all the kids. Like
Yeah.
they all get in a sidecar and he does
Oh, yeah.
donuts.
He has a blast.
Well, the front wheel buried itself and he was totally cool.
He nerfed it.
I actually gave
They
that
did
guy.
great.
I actually found at a garage sale a real Kmart blue light.
Oh, wow.
And gave it to him. But
Perfect.
yeah, that one's
Yeah.
the one that was on the bike.
That's brilliant. It's
He's
so
got
much fun.
he's got I think it's a Predator Ghost on that thing,
Yeah.
and it's just way
It's
too
so
fast.
much fun.
He did
That
the
thing is
lap for
cool.
history on that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad.
He's
I'm
super
glad.
excited though. He's like, my video where I'm flipping's got over 1 million views. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like because like you ate shit pretty hard, and
You
everyone
did.
was,
Yeah.
he's a great guy. He's awesome,
Everyone
dude.
agrees that
Yeah.
he.
Look at him.
Everyone agrees that he is the spirit of Mid-Ohio.
Well, he told me, and he actually camps literally every year,
Yeah.
right across from the metal band,
Yep.
like right next
Oh,
to
yeah.
him.
He's right next door.
Like here's
Yep.
there,
Yep.
But he also told me that he has a spot over in the vendor camping area, like when he just wants to.
Oh, really? When he wants
get
to
quiet.
chill out?
Yeah.
That's great.
But yeah, he's a great guy, Jim.
Yeah, that's cool. We just love it. That's one of those. That is one of those things.
That's what it's for.
That never ever gets old. Yeah, it's just magic. All right. Well, anybody else got anything else?
No, I think we covered everything. And
I do. I
yes,
feel like we really nailed it.
That was a nice Mid-Ohio wrap.
It was a good wrap.
Yeah, Mid Ohio
Yeah.
was great this year.
And if you weren't there, you have every opportunity to come back next year and do it again. Because
Bring ice.
that's the great news is we always come back.
oh, is there
And-
still
and
still-
bring beer.
Is there still hope for the inflatable bar? No.
probably
No, pirate,
not that-
pirate,
No,
ship,
I've-
pirate ship next year.
Yeah.
Pirate ship.
No,
yeah.
stop. Shut up.
No, that's a great idea.
No.
we saw dressed like
But
pirates.
you know what? But you know what? I did like one thing, and maybe we can get
I'm
you
okay
guys'
with pirate
opinion.
theme.
What if we come up with right before, like a couple
Right.
months before, we put out 3 options,
Yeah.
and our listeners get to pick what the theme of the bar is.
I have an idea.
Ooh.
Bear with me.
Yes.
Bears.
It's ecologically sound.
Okay.
Everything that we take, we will consume.
Yeah.
And it requires very little in the way of specialized items or money. I project, since we cover so much, we cover a lot of square footage.
Real estate.
We have a lot of real estate.
Frontage.
So I think what we should do is,
Jousting.
because we're going to burn, hopefully, the weather's like it was this year, and we're going to burn wood.
Yeah.
I will donate. I'll stop getting rid of motorcycle crates for about 6 months. So we'll take, and I'll donate my trailer or whatever. We'll put U-Haul, will haul. We'll do about 40 crates.
Small Burning Man.
And we'll line them up in front of our camp so it looks like the side of a pirate ship. The crates will all be there. All we'll have to do is literally take a 1x1 furring strip, drive it with a very blunt object into the ground so it holds the crate up at a somewhat vertical angle. That's it. And then you just dress the side of it to be a pirate ship using crepe paper, cardboard. I know a guy who has right now in his shop something like 2,000 square feet of cardboard that we can literally staple gun to the crate, pirate ship, portholes, whatever.
And John
It's absolutely 10 minutes of work with the crew that we
You
have.
would get rum that year.
And there's
Yes.
not. And then, ahoy. Right. Yar.
We'll have
as we
Drinker Bell
say.
and Peter Pants.
Peter Pants.
Yes.
Peter Pants.
And on that note,
That is at the $10 level, ladies and gentlemen. $10 only.
Ride fast and take chances. Play us out of here, Drinker Bell.
Bum, 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 bum,
Eject, hit the red button, Sleepy. Get us out of here, baby.
It's broken.
Look out, the Bourbon Fairy is coming. Beware the Bourbon Fairy. Don't look directly into his eyes. They'll shoot bourbon in your hole.